National Bank, the Princeton Electric Plant Board, Fredonia Valley Bank, Pennyroyal Rural Electric, Planters Bank, Tri-Chews Incorporated, Fortner Gas Company, AFC A&W, Princeton Drug Company, Danvers Gatherings, and the Woodall Agency. Now let's go to the field with Dennis Stevens and Bob Hayes to bring the live broadcast of Tiger football here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, the Tiger.
And good evening, everybody. We're live at Colonel Stadium in Henderson, Kentucky. It's the 3-1 Caldwell County Tigers taking on the 1-3 Henderson County Colonels. Dennis Stevens along with Bob Hayes and Ty Englebright here at the stadium. Darren Lewis back at the station tonight. And Bob, a big night for Caldwell County as they'll try to go 4-1 in non-district play. The season will be the regular season half over after tonight as we go into district play next week against Paducah Tillman. But a big tune-up game tonight here in Henderson.
And what Coach Barnes is looking for out of his team is effort, trying to do things that they've been coached to do, not worried about what Henderson does, but trying to get better as we play our last game before going into district competition just 4 or 5 weeks into the season now, and looking for continued improvement as he has seen a little bit of improvement each week as we've gone along. We're 3-1 right now. That's a record not many people expected us to have, but we are getting better, and certainly the defensive effort by our team leads us, but our offensive effort is getting better, and we're looking for that to continue to improve tonight.
This is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. McGregor Heating and Air is owned and operated by Javen McGregor. McGregor Group can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer high-quality products, and they have a highly qualified staff to get the job done right the first time. You can visit them at 950 Varmint Trace or call Javen at 270-896-5044 today. That's the McGregor Group in Princeton, and this is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We're going to break this game down. We'll be back to talk about the offenses in just a couple of minutes, so stay tuned. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show and Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Summer may be winding down, but Echo Charlie's is the place for fine food, good times, and a great view. Echo Charlie's is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can choose from regular items or just try one of the specials featured each evening. Come on down to Echo Charlie's today. Telephone 388-2271. Echo Charlie's overlooks beautiful Lake Barkley and Eddy Creek Marina.
We are back here at Colonel Stadium about 18 minutes before kickoff tonight. Here's the Tigers will take on the Colonels, Henderson County 6A, Caldwell County 3A. And, Bob, let's take a look at the offenses first. Last week, a huge second quarter for Caldwell County at Crittenden County last week. 41 points, third highest point total in a quarter ever for a Tiger football team. And some good things last week. You had Jaggers throwing for 5 touchdown passes last week. You had some breakout running, a kid coming up that's playing some good JV ball. Seth Slayton had some big runs in that, but that offense is really starting to click, and I think Coach Barnes last Saturday morning and Saturday morning quarterback really pleased with the improvement they've come from Christian County to what they played in Crittenden County last week.
Yeah, and one thing to comment on, Dennis, last week we didn't see Joby running around in the pocket where pass protection had broken down. So our offensive line is getting better. They're big kids to start with for the most part. And with 4 games under their belt against good quality opponents and not anybody lightweight coming into them, 160, 70 pounds. They've been battling some 230, 240-pound kids. They kept Crittenden County at bay last week. It was easy for Joby to get his passes off, and when he has a chance to be open and make the pass, it usually is a completion, as is 23 or out of 29 attempts last week would indicate that stuff. So we have to be able to keep Henderson out of the backfield, look and find our receivers, and be able to put the ball on the money to them.
And Joby came in this year, of course, the new starting quarterback for the Tigers. There was some growing pains. Coach Barnes had talked about last Saturday morning that he really hasn't added anything through the first 4 games, just repeating what they've learned from the start of the season on up, and they're really improving on that. But Joby comes into tonight, Bob, with a 69% completion average, so that's pretty good for a new starting quarterback behind a whole brand new offensive line.
And against teams such as Christian County, Graves County, Hopkinsville, Crittenden County, it is certainly impressive and a testimony to the young man's courage, character, ability to. We probably saw him make a big turnaround in that Hopkinsville game.
Absolutely, especially the second half.
Especially the second half, and our line maybe grow up a little bit in that game, where when Joby went out of the pocket and rolled either side, he was under no duress, could look down the field, find his open guys, and put the ball right on the money. He is an accurate passer.
And we knew coming into the season that he had some decent targets to start with. The cupboard was not bare in the receiving ranks. Right now, Jamil Riley leading the receivers. He has 25 receptions on the season, 3 touchdowns. A big name that's come up, and we've seen make some spectacular catches and got really good hands. And I'll let you talk a little bit about is Oliver Parker.
Oliver is just a really true possession-type receiver. And not only are we seeing that from Oliver, we're seeing that from Travis Newsom as well. And when you get Jameer and Trail in space and the ball to them, they're quick enough, fast enough, athletic enough that they're going to maybe turn any pass that's thrown to them and complete it into a potential touchdown. But Oliver is just amazing. He's the holder on the field goal, extra point team. He makes tough catches in traffic. Made a one-hand catch in Hopkinsville that was out of the end zone, but a beautiful laid out his body to make the catch. And just last year we saw him make some tremendous catches. So Joby's got 4 or 5 targets to throw to.
And really, you can't key on anybody. 10 different Tigers have caught at least 2 passes, or at least 1 pass so far this season. 8 of the 10 with 2 or more. So a good receiving core for Joby. When he's got time, you mentioned it, that offensive line is starting to grow, starting to gel a little bit together. Joby with quite a bit more opportunity to throw the ball, not being pressured as quickly as early in the season, and that's paying off in the passing game. Now you turn around and take a look at the run game for Caldwell County. Not a lot so far early in the season. Only a couple of Tigers have over 100 yards total on the season, but you're getting some good possession runs, some good short yardage runs by the likes of Dylan Gray and Caleb Burden's running the ball a little bit. Russ Bashir has a couple in there also, but Jamil Riley's still a threat anytime he can take a handoff.
And we've got those that ability to break one just about any time. We haven't broken a big one yet, although we have had Jamir on a 41-yard touchdown run. But if we can get 3, 4, 5 yards on every carry, that is the type of ball carrier and possession type ball that we want to have. We want to play fast, and we want to control the clock, and you do that with 4 and 5 yard gains, and we have the ability to Dylan Gray and Caleb Burden to pick up those 3, 4, 5 yards every play.
And I'm curious to see if Seth Slayton gets a couple of carries tonight. He's only had 3 carries on the season, but the third leading rusher on Caldwell County squad right now with 92 yards on the season. He's got 1 touchdown, actually averaging close to 31 yards a carry, and he's a quick threat. Played some JV ball. Coach Barnes talked about in the show right before the pregame show how he broke a 85-yarder, I think, in the JV game.
Yeah, he got around that end really quick and down the sideline. Nobody had a chance to bring him down, and Union County had some athletes on the periphery, could not run him down, could not get him stopped as he rounded the corner, and he was off to the races.
About 12 minutes before kickoff here at Colonel Stadium. Bob, let's take a couple of minutes and look at the offense for Henderson County. They're led by a big kid at quarterback, Skip Patterson, and just about everything they do centers on Patterson. He runs the ball a lot. He throws some, not a great deal. They will throw the ball a little bit, but Patterson, a big kid, is going to be tough to bring down. They have on the season 458 yards rushing, most of them from Patterson.
He definitely leads their team in rushing, and as Coach Barnes said in the pregame show, he loves to carry the ball. So he's not somebody that's having to run by having no other choices. It's his choice to run the ball, and they're giving their back, Day Simpson, a rest from the tailback position because he's one of their linebackers, their outside backer, and when they bring him up on defense on the line. Coach Barnes noted that he rushes in that particular type thing. So we have to play our keys. We in Henderson County, they're a spread offense, but they have wing T type tendencies in that they don't do all the faking going on, but they run their wing back, who is their second leading rusher, and you've got to still play keys on this particular type offense that we'll see tonight.
And we are about 10 minutes away from kickoff here. They're about to play the national anthem, so we're going to take a break. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show here on WPKY. We'll be back in 2 minutes, Darren, and we'll take a look at the defenses. So tune back in. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Have you or a loved one been discharged from the hospital but not quite recovered enough to go home? Caldwell Medical Center's swing bed program is the answer you are looking for. Caldwell Medical Center's swing bed program can help patients that are recovering from stroke, joint repair replacement, IV therapy, post-hospitalization pain management, wound or major surgery, acute physical or occupational therapy. Call 270-365-0300 to see if Caldwell Medical Center's swing bed program is right for you. Caldwell Medical Center, located 100 Medical Center Drive in Princeton.
This is Gail Cherry. I'm a board member for Community Medical Clinic, located at 310 Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Community Medical Clinic's goal is to provide access to excellent health care services that are both convenient and affordable in our local community. Community Medical Clinic is taking new patients every day, and walk-ins are welcome. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to serve you and your family members of all ages. All insurances are welcome, as well as patients with no insurance. Community Medical Clinic, providing health care services at your convenience at no extra cost.
And we are back at Colonel Stadium, about 7 minutes away from kickoff. Bob, I'm sure they'll probably add a little bit of time on to that tonight. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We took a look at the offense before the break. Now, Bob, defensively, that's been the crown jewel so far for Caldwell County through 4 games this season. That defense has really stood up. They're scoring a lot of points for a defense.
And Henderson probably keyed all week long on how they could penetrate our defense with the especially active linebackers that we have, and our front three really are getting after the ball. Obviously, Cole Baker is part of that contingent, that Devin Kilgore, and we've got the ability to maybe make things rough for the Henderson front four, and as they try to run this quarterback down each side of the line trying to penetrate and find a hole, we know our linebackers are going to be there in coverage, and key to the game is if we can control their running game.
And they will try to run the ball quite a bit tonight. But another stat that I think is very surprising, especially in high school football, Caldwell County comes into tonight with 11 interceptions through 4 games. That's almost a 3 interception average in high school football, and I think that's just astounding as we come into tonight. That shows the coverage that we have in the backfield.
Not only the coverage that we have, but we've probably taken, 4 of those back for touchdowns, and that's an arsenal in and of itself, is the ability to pick the ball off and then go to the house with it.
Yeah, interception returns. Trail Riley leads the way. He has 4 on the season, but Hunter Van Hoosier, Jamil Riley, Dylan Gray, Will Bashir also in the mix for Caldwell County. So a good defensive backfield for Caldwell County. About 5 minutes away from kickoff, and Bob, I seem to have lost my spot for McGregor Heating and Air. I know it's here somewhere, so I do want to mention that. But if you guys have to, here we go, at the bottom of my pile. If you need any heating and air done, Javen McGregor, we love having sponsors come on with us to bring you the sports broadcast and the football games here. When they talk about somebody you can trust as far as something you're going to need in any house, it's heating and air. And people you can trust in this day and time may be a little bit harder to come by, but Javen McGregor is one that you can trust. He's opened up McGregor Heating and Air, and they can take care of all of your heating and air needs. They have installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. And if you need somebody to get the job done right the first time and somebody you can trust, give Javen a call today. His phone number is 270-896-5044. That's the McGregor Group here in Princeton, and we are tickled to death to have Javen and his new business on the broadcast with us tonight. As the captains will come out, Bob, I'll let you keep an eye on this as they'll come out for the coin toss tonight. At this time, generally, we'll have a prayer, and we'll do the same tonight. Dear Lord, we ask that you bless these kids on their efforts throughout the week getting ready for Friday night, whether they're players, they're band members, cheerleaders, managers, whatever role they had. We just ask that you bless their efforts all week long to prepare for Friday night and give each one protection as we go through this ball game tonight, that they'll stay safe and be able to get back at it again come Saturday morning getting ready for next week. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
And the captains are gathered at midfield. This is a beautiful stadium, green, really nice, lush-looking grass, a lot better than what we found it 2 years ago when we were over here. And we're across the field on the Henderson side. Across the field from us are the Caldwell County fans. The bleachers stretch from the 30-yard line to the 30-yard line, maybe the rows, 12, 14 rows deep. And we've got a pretty good crowd assembling in the stands for Caldwell County.
Yeah, Bob, you were talking about coming here 2 years ago. About the only thing painted visible on the field last time we were here was the big H in the middle of the field, but a much better conditioned field for tonight's game.
Looks like Henderson County has won the toss, and we'll see whether they have chosen to defer or to receive. The referee's giving the signal they will receive to start the game. So Henderson wins the toss and will receive, and Caldwell County will be kicking off.
And, Bob, we're still looking to see. We'll talk a little bit about special teams, but I'll let you tell a little bit more about the slight injury that happened during the JV game to Will Bashir, or to Russ Bashir, I'm sorry.
Right. Russ Bashir had a little twisted, maybe a sprain of his ACL, MCL, one of the tendons in his knee. But in pregame practice out here, warm-ups, he was really active and running around. So I would suspect that is healed sufficiently enough, and he feels good enough that it won't affect him tonight as far as maybe punting the ball and the like. So we'll see as that unfolds if we have to punt the ball, if it's going to be Russ or not. But that was the only concern that Coach Barnes had coming into the game, was Russ's condition. Henderson's coming out onto the field right now. Caldwell County is poised down here to our left to run through their banner, and they are now running onto the field to their side across the field from us. And we're just about 1:22 seconds away from kickoff. And just to mention how close this game stacks up, if you look at the Lichtenhouse ratings, Dennis, Caldwell County's ranked number 6 by Dr. Lichtenhouse in the Class 3A at a 105.6 ranking. And as far as Henderson County, they're ranked in 17th team in Class 6A with a 100 even. rating, so that makes Caldwell a 5.7 point favorite. But with the home crowd, maybe can give you 3 points. This game stacks up to be an even Steven affair, much different than what we've seen from Henderson the last 2 years.
And we are about set to kick this one off. We want to thank you for joining us for the McGregor Group pregame show here on WPKY. That's going to do it for that show. We're about 30 seconds away from kickoff. And tonight it is the Caldwell County Tigers at 3-1 and the Henderson County Colonels at 1-3. And Bob, like you said, the season has spread out a little bit. You kind of know what the teams are. The rankings are starting to thin out a little bit, get a little bit more precise. And like you said, statistically, this should be a very close game tonight.
It stacks up that way. We'll see how much Henderson County has improved as the teams line up on the field right now. And the other thing, Dennis, when you mentioned about losing your advertising thing a while ago, we don't have a lot of room to work up here. Nice view of the field, but we feel like we're cramped and having to keep our elbows into our side here.
And we are set for kickoff as Boyce Nichols will tee the ball up at the 40. Henderson County won the toss, so they will have first possession tonight. They elected to receive. Nichols has improved, I think, Bob, pretty well game to game. Kickoff's generally in the 5 to 10 yard range. This one is high. It'll be fielded short at the 18-yard line, up across the 25, now the 30, and driven out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
Max Ashley on the tackle then, number 30 for the Tigers. And Henderson County will have it marked at the, looks like the 35-yard line.
And it's 1st and 10, Henderson from the 35. As we said, Skip Patterson at quarterback for Henderson County, a big kid at 5'11", 205. He's another of the kind of Jared Lorenzen style quarterbacks that we saw last week at Crittenden County. They will go shotgun, but a predominantly running team is Henderson County. Handoff quickly up the middle. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 yards on the play. Actually, we're going to spot him with about a 7-yard pickup. That was number 9, Day Simpson. 6'3", 195 senior for Henderson County. Dylan Gray on the tackle for the Tigers, and we are underway from Henderson. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 3 for the Colonels. Henderson County going right to left on your radio dial. Snap is back. Handoff is to number 21. He's going to try to take it wide. Does, and hit well by Hunter Van Hoosier. Near a first down, but Bob, I don't think he got it. I think
he went down at the 44.
I think Hunter kept him away from the first down, and it is. It's going to be about a yard short. 3rd down and 1 for Henderson County. Ball spotted at the 44. A minute into this one. Number 21 is Shane Welshins, a 5'9", 160-pound senior for Henderson County. Henderson, a much improved team over the last couple of seasons. Shotgun. Patterson has it. He drops back looking to throw the first time tonight. Breaking on the ball was number 2, Jamil Riley. Goes off the fingertips, incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down for Henderson, 4th and 1 from their own 44-yard line.
And Henderson County not electing to drop back into punt formation, so they'll try to pick up this 1 yard, be a crucial down for them if they don't make it.
You kind of look for Patterson to maybe keep this one as he's going to line up under center. Caldwell County brings everybody except East up on the line. And there's a whistle on the play. I don't know if the play clock was setting on 0.
I think Henderson barely beat and got a timeout called.
So let's see. Henderson did get the timeout as the play clock was ticking down to 0. 10:32 left in the first quarter. Henderson has to call timeout. And, Bob, we'll just keep it right here for this one.
And you're right, Dennis. What they tried to do on that 4th and 1 was to take Patterson up the middle. And we had it pretty well jammed. I'm not sure if that play continues, whether he picks it up or not, it's going to be close. But we brought the house up to stop that run. We possibly could have been vulnerable to the pass in that particular situation, but timeout was called, and so that play, even though it got started, did not count.
I like the way our linebackers and our line hit, but if he were to break through, it would be a battle between the big Patterson kid and East in the backfield. East would have to make a great tackle to get the kid down. They go back under center, and there's going to be a little motion.
Yes.
That'll back him up 5 yards as Day Simpson jumped on the play, and that will bring out the punt unit for Henderson County. They lined up in the I formation. You could tell it was going to be a run, either Simpson or we suspected Patterson, but the penalty will nullify that as they'll drop back their punter.
Key mistake for Henderson County.
Trail Riley back for Caldwell County. He's standing at his own 25-yard line. And another flag.
And Dylan Cavanaugh jumps offside, so Henderson's going to bring their offensive unit back onto the field again and try to pick it up.
And a costly mistake there as Caldwell County was prepared to get the ball back or to get their first possession of the night. Now Henderson will take it right back to where it was a couple of seconds ago, and they'll have 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line. They bring the offense back on the field. Patterson will lead them, and last time, Bob, they came out in the I formation looking just to pick up the yard, and appears the same formation. One receiver each side. Patterson under center. He's going to keep it, and the push looks like it's going to be there. He's marked across the 45-yard line, just shy of the 46, and it is a first down for Henderson County. Just straight power for Caldwell County. That penalty really cost them on that possession, Bob.
It was a mistake. Whoever wins the turnover battle and makes the fewest mistakes obviously will have a chance to win this game tonight.
Yeah, technically that wasn't a turnover, but it worked in the same effect as if it had been. Patterson will drop back into the shotgun. One receiver each side. He's got 2 players in the backfield, one in motion. Patterson on the keeper up the middle, up to the 50, and down to about the 48-yard line of Caldwell County. Harrelson in on the tackle for the Tigers.
Gain of 6 yards for the Henderson County quarterback into Tiger territory. Brings up 2nd and 4 for Henderson County.
Kind of a delayed quarterback keeper on that one as Patterson's a big kid. Found a hole up the middle, pushed the tackle a couple extra yards, and 6 yards on the first down play for Henderson. They'll come up to the line. 2 tight ends set on the right. They'll put another one in motion. Now Patterson goes to the air, thrown behind the receiver. In the direction coverage was Trail Riley. That one well behind the receiver, incomplete. 3rd down and 4 for Henderson County. Good night for football here. Clear as a bell field, in great condition tonight here at Henderson. Last tune-up before we get into district play next week, back at home finally at Tiger Stadium against Paducah Tillman. This is the 3rd of a 3-game road trip for the Tigers. 3 receivers set to the left for Henderson. Patterson takes the ball, hands off to number 9. That's Simpson. Finds some room across the 50, now the 45, and tackled at the 40-yard line. So Simpson with the first down pickup on 3rd and 4, and the ball will be spotted at the Caldwell 40-yard line. So Henderson on the march, on the ground.
One of the comments we heard, Dennis, coming up here tonight is that Henderson 1-3 record isn't indicative of how well they played in the 3rd and 4th quarters. They usually find themselves down 2 touchdowns by halftime, but they're taking this ball tonight by taking the opening kickoff and trying to make a point with these young men, I'm sure.
Isaac England's going to come out of the ball game. That's the primary receiver for Patterson. Now Henderson will switch the play. 1 receiver each side, man in motion, lines up in the left slot. Patterson puts him back in motion. Now Patterson on the keeper across the 40, the 35. He's got some room across the 30, runs over his own player and down inside the 25-yard line. So Patterson picks his way, and he doesn't care who he runs over, whether it's a player in white or a player in his home jersey.
12-yard run for the quarterback on that play.
First down will take it down to the 23-yard line of Caldwell County. 8:40 left in the first quarter, no score. Henderson on the first possession of the night. Patterson in the backfield with one back. Two receivers right. Patterson's going to roll out, hit, throws, complete, but no gain. Maybe picked up a yard at best. Nice tackle by number 3 for Caldwell County.
That's Dylan Cavanaugh on the play.
And I didn't really pick up, Patterson had some pressure that time from one of the Tigers. I didn't pick up the number before they got back up.
Gain of 1 yard on that pass. 2nd and 9 for Henderson.
So good coverage by the Tigers, good pressure finally through the line for Caldwell County as Patterson with the first pressure he's had tonight. He'll line up in the backfield with Simpson, 2 receivers to the right. Fakes a handoff now, reverse handoff, and comes back across the 20. And the pile still pushing. That's going to be marked down close to the 16. That was all individual effort as that pile was stopped at about the 19-yard line. They'll spot it at the 17-yard line.
Gain of 5 yards on that play. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Henderson.
And Bob, some good size, big push there for Henderson. Picked up an extra couple of yards after Caldwell County had the ball stopped. But Henderson County in the red zone now.
Henderson having to bring their big offensive tackle out, number 72, Cade Russell, 6'2", 280. And is this another timeout?
I think it is. I don't know which side it's going to be credited to. Henderson wants to take the timeout, probably to get that kid maybe back in the ballgame.
Not sure whether he had to leave because of an equipment issue or what.
So Henderson facing 3rd down and 4 early in this first quarter. Caldwell County yet to have a possession tonight. Bob, a very good running team so far from what we've seen tonight. Patterson kid, very strong runner. He picks his holes well. He's already shown that he's very patient when he has the ball back there. He doesn't rush. He lets the hole develop, and when he hits it with some surprisingly quick speed.
Well, what we've seen, or what I've seen in particularly, is he's not under center making these runs up one side or the other. He's back in the shotgun, and it's almost like the Wildcat formation. He takes it, maybe makes one fake, at the most 2, and then he's trying to find his hole, and he's been pretty effective at running off tackle tonight.
And I'm going to have to lean your way a little bit because not the cleanest windows here at Henderson County in the press box, as Patterson will line up in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. They go for the sweep around the edge and close to a first down. There's a flag on the play at the tackle. Easily on the carry for Henderson County. There's Jamil Riley made the tackle for Caldwell. Flag right at the spot of the tackle. See if we can pick up what this is. And it's going to go against Henderson County. Look like an illegal block. That'll back the Colonels up to the 23-yard line of Caldwell County. 6:51 left in the corner.
Basically makes it 3rd and 10 for the Colonels.
Caldwell County really needs to hold here. Henderson County had a kicker warming up, and Bob, you and I watched him warm up a little bit, making some easily 30-yard, 35-yard kicks. Patterson, empty backfield. 2 slot receivers, 2 wide. Whistles are going to stop this one. This one in the backfield of Caldwell County. And it's going to be a delay of game against Henderson County. That'll back them up 5 more yards. So 3rd down and 15 for the Colonels. And if Caldwell can hold on this one, it's every yard matters as they're nearing the edge of their field goal space probably, Bob. I'd say somewhere in the vicinity of the 30 is going to be about it for the kid.
And you think with 15 yards to pick up, they might have to go through the air, which would probably help our pass rush a little bit to see what we can get done here.
Two receivers left, slot receiver to the right. Patterson drops back over the middle. It's complete at the 27, brought down at the 24-yard line. Angling on the reception from Patterson, but well short of a first down. It'll bring up 4th and long. Will Bashir on the tackle for Caldwell County. Henderson will try for the field goal. They're going to spot it at the 31, so a 41-yard attempt coming up for Henderson County. Combination of good Tiger defense and a couple of penalties pushed Henderson back from a threatening position. They'll line this one up from 41 yards out. Snap is back and down. Kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. So with 5:41 left in the first quarter, Henderson takes the early lead. It's Henderson County 3, Caldwell County set to receive. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And we're back at Colonel Stadium. Henderson. And the flag on the play on the kick was against Caldwell County.
So,
and it's going to take the points off the board as the ball is spotted all the way back down to the 10-yard line. And the penalty was automatic first down for Henderson, so take the points off of the board. And Henderson has it first and goal from the 10. Well, it's marked outside the 10, so it is 1st and 10. Keeper by Patterson goes up the middle. He's hit at about the 6-yard line, maybe the 7, and stopped. Never did go down, but the pile stopped. I did not see the penalty, but I guess it almost had to be was it a personal foul?
It had to be either that or unsportsmanlike conduct for 15 yards.
So big penalty against Caldwell County takes the points off the board, but lets Henderson threaten as they are inside the 10 with the ball spotted at the 8-yard line. Snap is back to Patterson. Tackle almost made in the backfield. 21 squeaks away and gets down. Touchdown, Henderson County. So a costly penalty for Caldwell County as Henderson takes 3 off the board and puts 6 on.
Could you get the kid who carried the ball?
21 was the carrier at Shane Welshins with the actually officially 7-yard carry for Henderson County. They go up 6-0 pending the point after. Snap is back on the extra point. Kick is up and quickly through. So with 5 minutes even left in the first quarter, it's Henderson County now 7, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Mobile Deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
Back to Colonel Stadium, a 7-minute drive, opening drive by Henderson County has them in the lead, 7-0 as Caldwell will get set to receive the ball for the first time tonight. And Bob, a very costly penalty on a couple of occasions on that drive. Caldwell had Henderson stopped, ready to punt, went off sides, gave them back a 4th and short. They converted, went down the field. Caldwell County committed another big penalty on the field goal attempt. And instead of having a 3-0 lead, Henderson able to cash in and lead this one 7-0. Henderson with the ball spotted at the 40. Line drive kick's going to be fielded at the 10. That's Trail Riley up across the 20. Goes to the sideline, slips across the 25 and down at about the 26-yard line as Caldwell County will take their first possession of the night.
Going to mark the ball at the 20.
Looks like the 26-yard line is where they're going to start this one.
26.
First and 10 as Joby Jaggers will come out for his first action tonight. He's going to have 2 Tigers split each way. Takes a snap, pitch over to Jamil Riley, tripped up as he neared the 30-yard line. Riley looks like he got up to, or they're going to spot it right at the 30. And now they're going to move it back 29-yard line. So pickup of 3 on the play for Jamir. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Handoff up the middle again. Jamir across the 30, spins and gets it up near the 33-yard line. Caldwell County quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line of the Tigers. 3 receivers set to the near side. 1 receiver far side. Jaggers drops back, goes far side. It's complete, and it'll be a Little Caesars first down across the 40, and that was to number 8, Dylan Kavanaugh.
No, that was.
Travis Newsom on the reception.
Marked at the 40.
We'll give him to the 41-yard line.
8-yard pass play.
Newsom, the lone receiver on the far side once again. This time handoff is up the middle to Riley, making some nifty moves up across the 45 down to about the 48-yard line. Jamil Riley on that carry. Trail Riley, Ben Holt, Oliver Parker split to the right side. Jamil Riley still in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff again. Finds a hole up the middle across the 45 and close to the 42-yard line of Henderson County. Jamir making some good runs on this opening drive for Caldwell County, finding that hole and hitting them quickly. Again, Newsom to the far side. 3 receivers to the near side for Caldwell County with Jamil Riley in the backfield with Jaggers. Jaggers drops back again off the fingertips of Newsom. Newsom had a step on the defender, led just a little bit off his fingertips. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Ben Holt, Oliver Parker near side. Newsom, Trail Riley to the far side. Henderson County is going to jump and give Caldwell County 5 free ones. Very fast played first quarter here, Bob. It's 3:06 left in the quarter. Henderson had the ball the first 7 minutes of the quarter as they marched the field and scored. 3:06 left in the first. It's Henderson 7-0 right now, but Caldwell driving. Jaggers drops back, looks down the sideline. He's got a man open, overthrown, looking for Newsom again. Quite a bit overthrown, looking for Newsom. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Looked like there was some bumping on that play going as Travis went down the sideline.
Travis made a nice first move, shook his man at about the 30. Ball overthrown near the 20-yard line. Jamil Riley in the backfield as Caldwell faces 3rd down and 10. Jaggers in the backfield, gets some pressure. He's going to go down back at the 42-yard line. So it'll bring up 4th down and 11, I think, for the Tigers as the sack takes it back to the 42-yard line of Henderson County. And that'll bring out the punt unit. Doing the punting duties is Boyce Nichols. So Bashir will not do the punting tonight.
Yeah, so Russ is not going to punt.
Kick is up. Nice kick. It's going to be touched and fumbled. Now it's picked back up by Henderson County, and they'll spot it near the 5-yard line. They're going to give him to the 6 where he picked the ball back up. So a nice kick by Nichols will pin Henderson County back deep in their own territory with 2:14 left in the first quarter, and Henderson leading 7-0. Nice coverage by the Tigers. I think they really had enough coverage down there, Bob. They made the receiver a little bit nervous. He could hear the footsteps, bobbled the ball a little bit, but picked it back up, and it'll be spotted at the 6. Patterson's going to go under center out of the I formation. Hand off to the first back through, and he's not picking up anything. In fact, he may have even lost about a half a yard on the play. And they're going to cost him a whole yard. 2nd down and 11 for Henderson County. Good job by the Tiger defensive line to stop that one early.
Ball at the 6. Yes.
Henderson will go out of the shotgun. Patterson drops back. He's going to stand on his goal line as he receives this one. Snap is back. Handoff is to number 9, Simpson. Lowers his head, gets up across the 15. Big run by Simpson. Will push it out close to a first down. Day Simpson lowered his head at about the 10 and pushed everybody back to the, call it the 18-yard line.
And he's coming out of the game holding his wrist, so we'll see
if this was enough for a first down, and they are giving him the first down, so it is a first down Henderson with 1:31 left in the quarter. Big run by Day Simpson as he is coming out of the ball game. And Bob, I don't think that was his wrist that it was hit on. Gang tackle on Patterson. He's tried to go up the middle. Caldwell read that one from the start. You had Gray at number 6, Caleb Burden in on the tackle for Caldwell County, along with Van Hoosier. Baker also getting up off the ground in the area, so good job by the Tigers.
Pickup of only 1 yard on that
1 yard
play.
ball spotted at the 19-yard line of Henderson County. Colonel's leading this one 7-0. We're under a minute in the first quarter. Patterson in the shotgun. One player in motion. He's going to go to his right, cuts it back up the middle, hit and driven back. He may have gotten up to about the 23-yard line. Hunter Van Hoosier finishes off what 2 or 3 Tigers started. Mitchell Harrelson in on the tackle also for the Tigers. So 3rd down and long for Henderson. I'm not sure they'll even run a play before the end of the quarter. And they won't. They're going to call the players off the field. So a very quick first quarter here tonight from Henderson. After 1, it's the Colonel 7, the Tigers nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the second quarter action. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKYOnline.com.
You know what would make me so happy right now?
A movie night.
Well, that and
A candlelit dinner.
actually, I was thinking we could
Go for a walk in...
McDonald's. Dave, listen. I want McDonald's and some fries.
You're the perfect human.
Get more of what matters at McDonald's. Try your favorites on the everyday value menu, like the McDouble Burger for $1.39 or the McChicken Sandwich for $1.19. A la carte only at participating restaurants. And you can buy this combo meal.
Back to Colonel Stadium. It's Henderson County 7, Caldwell County nothing. After 1 quarter, Bob, a couple of costly defensive penalties on that first Henderson County drive. At first led to 3 points for Henderson. They took the points off the board on the penalty and had the ball first and goal on about, or 1st and 10 on about the 11, able to put it in for the 7-0 lead.
2 key mistakes by the Tigers on that play, and you can see what a rushing attack can do to the clock here at Dennis Caldwell County with only 1 possession in the first quarter. Henderson County's eating up clock here, facing a 3rd down and 5 situation from their 23-yard line.
Teams back out on the field, ready to start the second quarter. Patterson's going to be in the shotgun. He'll have 1 back in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Handoff is to Simpson. He's up across the 30, still pushing the pile and loose on his feet, breaks through and gets up near the 45-yard line.
So whatever kind of injury he had to his wrist got well quick.
And Henderson moves the ball all the way out to their own 45-yard line. It's a first down, Colonels. Caldwell County having trouble stopping the run tonight so far for Henderson. Henderson's got two receivers to the far side, slot receiver to the right, with Simpson in the backfield with Patterson. Patterson takes it, hand off to Simpson. He's going to go to the right side, hit and stopped near midfield. Cole Baker in on the tackle along with Trail Riley and number 22 East in on the tackle. But not before a 5-yard pickup makes it second down and 5 for Henderson. Patterson will stay in the shotgun. Henderson with the ball spotted at the 50. Patterson takes a low snap, fakes the handoff, goes to the outback, and he's up across the 50 to the almost to the 45, close to another first down. That was number 26 for Henderson County on the carry.
And that was Nate Pettis.
Nate Pettis for the Colonels. Third down and 1 for the Colonels. Caldwell County really needs to make a big stop on this one. 10:30 left in the first half. Caldwell County trails 7-0. So far, the Tigers with only one possession so far tonight. Patterson in the shotgun. Handoff goes off the right side. It'll be enough for a first down as he gets across the 40 and down near the 36-yard line. And Bob, one thing that's really impressing you with the Henderson run game so far tonight is the yards they're picking up after initial contact. They're really pushing the piles and pushing the Caldwell tacklers another 2 or 3 yards on just about every possession.
It may be that we almost want to sell out against pass defense and concentrate on stopping the run, because that's what's gashing us right now.
Mac Englebright in at linebacker now for Caldwell County. Trail Riley has the coverage on the near side as Patterson will go into the shotgun. Puts one in motion. Patterson's going to keep it flag on the play. Patterson gets up across the 35-yard line, but there's a flag in the Henderson backfield.
I think they're going to get Henderson County for motion.
Yeah, I think they had two guys moving at the same time. I think you're right, Bob. And that's what it is. It'll go against Henderson County. Illegal shift for the Colonels. It'll push them back. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Colonels from the Caldwell County 41-yard line. Henderson County really controlling time of possession so far in this ball game as we're down to 9:38 and the clock starts back up left in the first half. Caldwell County with just the one possession so far in this first half. So 1st and long for Henderson. Trail Riley still in coverage on near side as Patterson goes into the shotgun. Two receivers to the left. He's going to drop back to pass. Now he's going to tuck it and run, gets up to about the 40 before big number 63 for Caldwell County comes up. That's Devin Kilgore. Flag on the play. Flag after the play, actually.
Well, I think it's against Henderson. Somebody's pushing, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Personal foul against Henderson will back them back up into their own territory with 9:05 left. Second personal foul penalty so far of the night, each team with one. Caldwell County is very costly as it took 3 off the board and put 7 up for Henderson.
Brings up a 1st and 25. Make it 1st and 29.
So they will take this one from their own 45. Player in motion is Day Simpson. Patterson keeps it. Now he's going to tuck, getting some pressure. They've got him corralled inside the 45 if they can ever get him down. Big kid, though, as we talked about in the pregame. Cole Baker
And
finally does make the tackle. And, Bob, I think it's going to be about a yard loss on the play.
If they mark it, I think they're going to mark it at the 44, yes.
I'm apprehensive to say second down in eternity after what we heard at Hopkinsville a couple of weeks ago, but it is second down and very long, 2nd and 30 for Henderson County. Gabe East deep for the Tigers. Caldwell expecting pass on the play. Tigers drop back, as does Patterson. Patterson looks the field's over. Now he's got some more company in the backfield. He'll come down at the 45-yard line. Nice coverage on the edge by Trail and Jamil Riley. Nothing there for Patterson to throw to. The pocket collapsed and Caldwell County able to bring him down at the 45-yard line, so he'll get the one back from the loss on the previous play. 3rd and 29 now for Henderson.
What we want to do now, Dennis, is not make a costly mistake penalty-wise to give them an automatic first down, make them punt the ball.
Absolutely. Englebright still in the ball game at linebacker. Trail Riley with the coverage on this near side. Handoff up the middle. He's across the 50, the 45, the 40. Broke a tackle. Ball loose on the ground. Let's see if they call him down or if it's Caldwell County ball. Looked like the Tigers had recovered for a second. Either way, it's going to be short of a first down.
Probably about 11 yards to go. And apparently Henderson got on that ball.
I thought for a second that Trail Riley had gotten in on it. The run takes it down to the Caldwell County 38-yard line, but still 4th down and 12 for the Colonels. They'll send out the punt unit. Trail Riley's going to drop back near his own 10-yard line to receive this one. We're down to 6:45 left in the first half. And as Caldwell takes this punt, it'll be only their 2nd possession so far in this first half. Snap is back. Kick is up. Big high kick. Riley's going to let it bounce into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback, and the Tigers will take over at their own 20-yard line. Clock stop with 6:25 left in the half. Stay tuned at halftime. Bob Hayes will have all the first half stats. We'll look ahead to the second half. Stats come up at halftime, so stay tuned for that. A reminder, we'll be back home next week as we start district play. Paducah Tillman will come to town in a big district showdown next week at Tiger Stadium. Bob and Coach Barnes at 6, pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7 from Tiger Stadium. Teams back on the field, snap back, and it's a pitch out to Jamil Riley. He's up across the 20, tries to make the corner, and out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Joby with the quick pitch. It is a 5-yard pickup for the Tigers. 2nd down and 5 now for Caldwell County as they'll send one receiver far side, 3 receivers bunched to the left. Handoff is to Jamil Riley. He's across the 25 up to the 28-yard line.
Jamir getting a lot of carries tonight, picking up a nice yardage, 3-yard run that time.
He's really hitting the holes quick tonight. Henderson closing them up almost as quickly, though. Jaggers in the shotgun. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout, Caldwell County. The coaches didn't like what they had set up on that one as Caldwell County was looking at 3rd down and about 2 or a short 3. So the Tigers will take a quick timeout. Bob, I want to thank a couple of our buddies this morning for having us on the Tri-Shoes Tiger Sports Talk. Gator and DT brought us in, let us be guests on the show this morning. We had a great time, and I sent out on Twitter this morning that we finally hit the big time when we make the Gator and DT show. We had a ball on there this morning. We thank those guys, and I'm just thinking that the next logical step is replacing Jim Nance and Tony Romo on CBS football from this point.
It's great to have been discovered, Dennis. We feel like movie stars out in Hollywood sitting on the Coke stand or in the counter on the stool and being discovered. So
there you go.
We hit the big time this morning.
Great time, and I love that show. It's on every Friday morning, so tune in for that every week. That's the Gator and DT show on WPKY Fridays at 8. Teams back on the field, handoff goes to Jamil Riley. Tried to stretch it out for the first down. He's going to be about a yard short, it looks like. Day Simpson on the tackle. And that'll bring up 4th down for Caldwell County. Let's see if they send the punt team on. Scoreboard's been behind a down most of this possession. And it is going to bring out the punt unit for Caldwell County as Nichols will come out and kick this one away. Caldwell County unable to generate much offense early in this game. Snap is back. Nichols had a little pressure. He gets the kick away, goes across the 50, bounces at the 47, takes a Caldwell bounce, still rolling inside the 30. And the spot should be right at the 29-yard line for Henderson County. Nice punt with the roll by Nichols. But, Bob, we're down to 4:45 left in this first half. Caldwell County with only the 2 possessions, both resulting in a punt so far, as Henderson leads this one 7-0.
And as efficient as they've been with their running game, this might be time to, at least they're not ahead by more than 7 points. So if we still have a shot, hopefully, to stop them and get the ball back for one more crack at them this half.
Patterson takes a snap, drops back, he's got some pressure, screen set up, and Henderson, the pass was complete, but the receiver fell down on the catch. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play anyway. And, Bob, we're going to try at halftime, if you'll remind me, I'm going to try to pick up some scores from the All-A Volleyball Classic going on. Caldwell County in action tonight. So we'll try to check on that and pass on anything we can pick up at halftime. Patterson takes a snap, hands off to Simpson. Simpson picks his way across the 35, still on his feet as he's up to by the 40. Now he goes crossfield, 45, and driven out of bounds near the 47. I think they're going to call it the 48-yard line. Very elusive runner, Simpson. He can go sideways quick and change direction as quick as anybody we've seen so far this season.
He was hit maybe 4 or 5 times on that particular carry, and just we couldn't corral him or get enough hands on him to slow him down where other people coming in could finish him off, and he picks up 16 yards on that run.
So Henderson has it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Patterson's going to send 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. He's going to go flag on the play, and he's going to get tackled for a sack all the way back near his 38-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. It's on the far side. In the area of holding, you would suspect, as the quarterback rolled to that side.
And you would suspect that we would not take that penalty.
Decline that one.
That's a 10-yard loss just on the sack alone.
Good pressure by Caldwell County. Got to Patterson. The ball spotted at the 38-yard line of Henderson. And the call on the field is procedure against Henderson.
So we definitely will refuse that one.
And it is declined. 3:28 left in the first half. So that'll bring up 2nd down and very long for Henderson as Patterson will drop back into the shotgun. He's got a slot receiver on the far side, 2 receivers split near side. He's going to give it to the second back through. He's up across the 40 and down at the 45, 46-yard line. They may get Caldwell County with a late hit on that one as a flag comes in after the play. It wasn't by much, but it was helmet to helmet. You could hear it up here in the press box. Ball spotted right now at the 46-yard line of Henderson. And if it is, that would be very costly again to the Tigers. Personal foul, hit to the helmet is what they're calling it. I thought they might have called it as a late hit, but it's helmet-to-helmet contact, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty after the run against Caldwell County. So Henderson moves it all the way down to the Caldwell 39-yard line. Still 3:15 left in the half. And Henderson leads this one 7-0. Henderson, a receiver each side. Handoff is to Simpson. He goes up the middle across the 35 to the 30 and down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. What's the size on Simpson? Did we mention that earlier? 6'3", 195, so a tall kid. But he is elusive. We've seen him sideways picking up a couple of yards on the change of direction. Run was enough for a first down. And Caldwell County, I think, is going to take a timeout and try to regroup a little bit and not give up a score here late in the first half on a fast-moving first half. As we said, we'll have first half stats coming up at halftime with Bob Hayes, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the Caldwell County Lady Tigers. They sewed up the regular season district championship this week with a 7-0 win over Hopkins Central. So that means for Caldwell County a shot straight to the championship game of the district tournament in girls soccer and a berth in the regional tournament. And at the All-A Classic in volleyball, Caldwell County takes the first set 25-12 over Whitesville Trinity. And Bob, I had my opportunity to watch my first volleyball game this week as Caldwell County just demolished Murray. I think Murray only scored 19 points in 3 sets as Caldwell County easily put that one away. So congratulations to the Lady Tigers on that and on the first set win tonight. I think that's going on in Florence.
It is in northern Kentucky, and I think Florence is the locale where the tournament is being held. And congratulations to the Tigers on the first set victory.
So a lot of good things going on for Tiger teams right now, though. Caldwell County on the short end of a 7-0 score as Henderson is marching again. A lot of this one compliments of a 15-yard penalty. First and 10, Henderson from the Caldwell 29-yard line. Patterson in the backfield. He's going to give the handoff to number 21. He turns, cuts up the left side, and gets across the 25-yard line. That's Shane Welchins, a 5'9", 160-pound senior. They will mark this one at the 25-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for the Colonels. Henderson's got slot receiver on the far side. They'll take the tight end to the left side. 2 receivers to the right for Patterson. Patterson gives a handoff to Simpson. Simpson's up near a first down as he's driven out of bounds. For Caldwell County on that far side, I think Jamil Riley in on the tackle on the far side. It's going to be short of a first down.
20-yard line, pick up a 5 yards on that play. 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, and this is a big down, Bob, as we're down to about 2 minutes left in the first half. Caldwell unable to generate any offense really to speak of on their first 2 possessions tonight. Henderson on the march again. Patterson in the backfield with Simpson. Handoff is to Simpson. He's got the first down. We need to stop before he gets to the end zone. Drives it all the way down across the, right at the 10-yard line, I think is where they're going to mark that one. He had a hole opened up. I think that was Gray and Burden in on the tackle for Caldwell County. Besides them 2, it was a march of 10 more yards to the end zone.
1st and goal.
1st and goal for the Colonels. Patterson in the shotgun. Simpson in the backfield. They fake the handoff to Simpson. Wilson tackled in the backfield. That's number 35, Bashir, on the tackle. I think they're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage. Ball still spotted at the 10-yard line, so good job by Bashir to stop that one. 2nd and goal for the Colonels. 1:13 left now in the first half. Tiger defense sets up. Henderson, 2 receivers to the far side, slot on the right. Patterson takes it. Hand off to Simpson. Simpson picks his way inside the 10 down near the 5-yard line. Day-Day Simpson will mark it at the 6. 3rd and goal from the 6 for the Colonels. Dylan Gray in on the tackle for Caldwell County. Big play here, Bob, to try to keep them out, maybe hold them to a field goal attempt. Snap is back. Again to Simpson. He goes straight up the middle. And he's in. It's touchdown Henderson. 30 seconds left in the first half as Caldwell County now trails this one 13-0. And Henderson on for the extra point attempt. The push off the line is impressive by Henderson County, but Simpson just a powerful-looking runner from where we sit.
Running hard and a tough man to bring down.
Kick is blocked. Extra point attempt is blocked. I think that's Burden or maybe Kavanaugh that got back there to it. Either way, it's 13-0 Henderson County. 30 seconds left in the first half. Caldwell County with only 2 possessions in the first half. Henderson County well in control of time of possession tonight in the ball game. And Bob, the defense isn't playing bad. They're making the hits, but they're just not able to bring down Simpson or Patterson when they run. And they're picking up probably on average of 4 or 5 yards a carry. We'll see what the totals come up with at halftime, but not much has been stopped at the line of scrimmage or for a short game so far by the Tigers. Caldwell will send back Trail Riley and Jamil Riley. They'll also have Dylan Kavanaugh with them.
Certainly, Henderson County has dominated this game tonight from a time of possession standpoint and also by looking at the scoreboard. Caldwell County's 3rd possession now coming up.
Kick is up. Good kick, drives Trail Riley back to about the 4-yard line. He's up across the 10. Now he's going to try to switch fields and get around the corner. He's got some room if he can across 15, 20, 25, and driven out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. 10 seconds on the play, though, as Caldwell County will take over with only 20 seconds left in the first half. And they will spot this one. We'll call it the 29-yard line. So about a 25-yard return for Riley, but Caldwell County is still a long way away with only 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Joby Jaggers in the backfield, in the shotgun. He puts Jamil Riley in motion. Now 3 receivers to the near side. He goes far side. That's Parker, I think. He's across the 40, the 50. He's got some room down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. And let's see if they bring his knee down. If they call him in, they are going to say he's in for a touchdown. Oliver Parker with the quick strike, and the best thing that could have happened for Caldwell County here to get close to the end of the first half. They get a long pass play.
Talk about a momentum boost, Dennis. Great catch, great throw, and Oliver did the rest.
Oliver brought down right at the goal line, but he's able to break the plane with the football, and it's touchdown Caldwell County. 8 seconds left as Nichols will set up for the extra point attempt. Snap is back and down, kick is up. And it is good. So with 8 seconds left now in the first half, Caldwell County 1 play, 1 touchdown on that possession. And they pull right back in this one. It's Henderson County 13, Caldwell County 7.
That was a 71-yard pass play on that touchdown reception by Oliver.
And Bob, that's the best thing that could have happened for Caldwell County. It was looking kind of bleak there, to be honest, as Caldwell County not able to generate any offense at all in that first half. You had basically 70 yards to go for a touchdown, but only 20 seconds on the clock. But Oliver Parker showed some real speed. We talked about how well he was catching the ball, the good hands so far this season, but he showed a little speed on that play as he went down the far sideline, able to get the ball in the end zone. And it's a 71-yard Jaggers to Parker reception for a touchdown, and Caldwell County right back in this one, 13-7 Henderson County.
A big play by the Tigers. Obviously, from a momentum standpoint, Caldwell County will get the third quarter kickoff. What we don't need to happen now is a big mistake and a big run back by Henderson.
Nichols approaches for the kickoff. It's a low line drive kick. It's going to bounce at the 15-yard line, and it'll go out of bounds. So Henderson should start at the 35-yard line. Of course, no time off the clock. Ball was not touched. So what we expected to be a close game really shaping up as we're looking to go to halftime and a one-possession ball game. Caldwell County brings the defense back on the field. We'll see what Henderson tries to do with 8 seconds left. Halftime show coming up with all the first half stats and a look ahead to the second half and to the broadcast schedule for the coming week. We'll try to have some more updates from the All-A Volleyball Classic also, so tune in at halftime for all of that coming your way here on WPKY 103.3 The Tiger. Henderson comes to the line. Patterson in the shotgun, standing on his own 30-yard line. Fakes a handoff, gives off to Welsh, and nice tackle. I think that was Bashir on the tackle, and that'll end the first half. So at halftime, it's Henderson County 13, Caldwell County 7. We'll be back with the halftime show in 2 minutes. So stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football here on WPKY.
Here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, we are so proud to be a part of this community. We want to thank you for the opportunity to serve you for all of your heating and air needs. McGregor Group Heating and Air specializes in residential, new construction, and light commercial installations, also servicing most makes and models. We offer fast service with polite and friendly staff. We provide our customers with a peace of mind by offering the best warranties in the industry, along with high-quality products. McGregor Group Heating and Air is located at 960 Varmint Trace here in Princeton. Give us a call today at 270-896-5044. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
It's a lot of hard work and fast-paced time of year for our area farmers. Harvest time comes around quickly, and no one knows that better than Fredonia Valley Bank. Surrounded by beautiful corn and bean fields for the past 123 years, sits a real community bank, Fredonia Valley Bank. We find great pleasure in serving our customers and the hard-working farmers and businesses that make up our local communities. We keep the soil flowing through our veins and our hearts grounded in serving our local communities we call home. Visit us today at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And we are back to Colonel Field here in Henderson at halftime. It's Henderson County 13, Caldwell County 7. Bob Hayes will have all the stats here in just a second. All Henderson County until the last 20 seconds of the first half, as Caldwell County able to hook up Jaggers to Parker to cover 71 yards and get Caldwell County back into this ball game at 13-7. But the Tigers facing a very tough running game from Henderson County tonight.
And Dennis, quick work tonight. We didn't have about 450 plays to.
It was a very quick first half.
Sort through, and since we don't do a lot of tracking the opponent, they held the ball quite a bit of that first half. But looking at the stats here, Henderson County leads over the Tigers here at halftime, 13, scoring 7 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second quarter. Caldwell with none in the first quarter, 7 in the second to trail here at halftime, 13-7. And we'll go over the scoring. First off, Henderson County got on the board with a field goal early on their first drive, but a penalty against Caldwell County. They took the 3 points off the board, and at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, Shane Wilshons scores on a 7-yard run. The PAT added by Logan, and at that point, Henderson County led 7-0. In the second quarter, Day Simpson on a strong 6-yard run up the middle. At the 32nd mark of the second quarter, scores the kick. Point after is blocked. Henderson County at that point leads 13-0. Caldwell County then takes possession on the kickoff, and with 8 seconds remaining in the first half, Joby Jaggers hooks up with Oliver Parker on a short pass into the flat. Oliver turns upfield, and 71 yards later, he's in the end zone for a touchdown, scoring with the 8 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. The extra point was good by Boyce Nichols, and at that time, the score was 13-7, and that's our score here at halftime. And looking at the Henderson County stats, we'll look at them first. They've had possession quite a bit of time in the first half. We don't go over possession with the time, but Henderson County with 31 rushes in the first half. They've picked up 201 yards in the first half, averaging something in the neighborhood of around 6 yards a carry. They've only thrown the ball 3 times. They've thrown it 5, completed 3 for a total of 8 yards. So they have here at halftime a net offense, total net yards in the first half of 209 yards. And again, the rushing stats, keeping the ball on the ground, just eats up a lot of clock. But Caldwell County scoring on that long pass play right before the end of the first half. In the rushing department for Caldwell County, Jamil Riley with 7 carries so far tonight for 33 yards. Joby Jaggers 1 carry for a -5 yards. So a net rushing offense for the Tigers of 28 yards. In the air, Joby was 2 out of 4, and 1 to Travis Newsom for 8 yards, and the other one to Oliver for 71 yards. So Joby's picked up 79 yards through the air tonight. And when you add the rushing totals and the passing totals, we have 107 yards total offense. We've run the ball. We have 8 rushes and 2 passes, so we've run 10 plays, not counting punts tonight. So we haven't had the ball hardly at all tonight. Big stat advantage for Henderson County, but when you look at the board, they're only up 6 points. The Tigers get the ball to start the third quarter, Dennis.
And a big night on the ground for Henderson County. We knew they liked to run the ball. They run out of a shotgun, but as Coach Barnes had said in the pregame show and also in the newspaper this week, they like to run the ball out of it, had wing T tendencies out of it. It's caused Caldwell County some problems tonight as Henderson picked up, a little over 200 yards on the ground.
201 yards.
201 yards on the ground and held the ball actually the first 7 minutes of the ball game. It was 5 minutes left in the first quarter before Caldwell County even touched the ball, and Henderson up at that point 7-0. So Caldwell County probably feels fortunate to be only down 13-7 right now. A touchdown early could give them the lead as they will get first possession in the second half as Henderson County won the opening coin toss and received the ball. So the Tigers will get the ball. 8:22 left before we kick this one off again. But Bob, Caldwell County not really playing bad. They're just having trouble bringing these 2 Henderson runners down after the first contact. Those kids are really picking up some good yardage after the hits and keeping that time of possession, keeping Jaggers and his crew off the field.
They are efficient, I think is the word we want to use, picking up 4 or 5 yards, and when they need 7 to 8, they're able to get 9 and 10. And then we've had some crucial, costly penalties that have hurt us, and that's the area I think I'm sure they're being talked about in the locker room. Clean up the penalties, clean up the missed tackles. We've missed several tackles, knowing that maybe I'm not sure what Henderson County's game plan tonight was, but solely to run. When you get Mr. Patterson back in the pass formation. He's not. He's shown good accuracy this year, but he hasn't shown a lot of accuracy tonight.
Right.
So it's one of those things where we look at the scoreboard and we could easily be down 28-0 here with only 10 plays run in the first half, but we're actually a touchdown and an extra point away from taking the lead.
So Caldwell County, as we said, will come out and get first possession to start this second half, trailing 13-7. Very quickly, Bob, and then we'll get back to this ball game. Caldwell County won the first set in the opening match of their All-A Classic opening match at Florence. I think we said that tournament taking place there. Up 15-13, but according to the report, struggling a little bit in the second set, still up 15-13. They're taking on Whitesville Trinity in the All-A Classic tonight in volleyball. So good luck to the Lady Tigers there. Bob, back to this one. Henderson's doing a good job with the blocking. Caldwell County not getting the first hits, but like you said, the penalties. We had a personal foul penalty on each of their scoring drives that really changed the outlook, especially the one drive where Henderson went down, actually got held to a field goal. On that play, Caldwell County committed a personal foul. Henderson able to take the penalty, put the ball back at the 10-yard line, and eventually score a big penalty after a run on helmet-to-helmet contact on the second drive that Henderson scored on. Moved it from the Henderson half of the field all the way down to the Caldwell County 39-yard line. So that played a big role in both the scoring drives tonight. You just got to stay away from those 15-yarders.
And those 15-yarders gave them first down on long needs, if you will, needing a lot of yardage to get the first down. One of them was maybe a fourth down and 12 coming up. We hit the young man on the ground, helmet to helmet. The officials see, and obviously first down, and that's when they went in for their second touchdown. We blocked the extra point, so we at least haven't. At that point, we were still hustling and a lot of effort, and that and that was the first play of that drive after we took the kickoff. And the first play of that drive, Joby hooks up with Oliver for that 79-yard pass play and 71-yard pass play. And I would think that would have a little bit of demoralizing effect on Henderson County because they had dominated this football game up until then. Now they look up at the scoreboard and one big play and an extra point, we're in the lead here.
Absolutely. If you just looked at the stats and the rushing yards that Henderson has, Caldwell County with only 10 plays in the first half, and you're only down one possession and getting the ball back to start the second half, you'd be really shocked just looking at the statistics. But Caldwell County really not setting in a bad position. Like he said, they've got to clean up the penalties a little bit and do a little better job tackling. They're making the hits, but these kids aren't giving up on the first hit. They're keeping the legs churning. The Patterson kid's a big kid at 205, and the Day Simpson, not a small kid. He goes well over 6 foot, almost 200 pounds himself, and he's got some quick moves. He can go sideways, change directions real well. So Caldwell's going to have to wrap those players up and try to limit some of these rushes on first down from 5, 6, 7 yards to maybe get it back down to where it's second and long and put Henderson more of a passing mode for a second and third down.
Well, we have to do that, and on this first drive we had Henderson lined up. Henderson had jumped offside. They were going for it on 4th and 1 around midfield. They jump offside, makes it 4th and 6. They were going to punt to us, but we jump offside then, brings that 5 yards back. They make the first down and then go down and score via the field goal. A mistake on us at that time gives them a first down, and they punch it in, add the extra point, and they're up 7-0 on a situation where we could have easily forced a punt from them and taken over. So we have to clean up a few things tonight. And if you take away, with us having 107 total yards, 71 of that coming on the last play that we ran in the second quarter, that we would only have total offense of 36 yards for the first half. And that's basically the result of 2 drives. One drive we did pick up some first downs. The other drive we did not pick up first down, and of course his third drive, we only had it for one play. So we just have not been able to have the ball in our hands at all very much tonight.
Bob, while we've got a minute, it's 2 minutes, 11 seconds before we kick off the second half here at Henderson County as the Tigers trail this one 13-7. I want to take a look at the broadcast schedule for next week. I was looking at the lineup on Monday night. It is Lady Tigers soccer action here on WPKY. And let's see, that is girls action at 7 p.m. on the 18th. That's Hopkinsville. A big match for the Lady Tigers. That'll be Joe Mack and Jeff McDaniels on the call for that one. And then I think it's Fort Campbell on the 19th. That's a varsity first game. So I'll be on with Joe Mack on Tuesday night for that one. So a couple of Lady Tiger soccer matches coming up this week here on WPKY. And, of course, next Friday night we'll be back finally at Tiger Stadium after a 3-game road trip as the Tigers will open district play against a much-improved Paducah-Tillman team that's only fractions behind Caldwell County in the lit ratings.
It's tough team after tough team after tough team on the Tiger schedule this year. So, again, feeling pretty good about this game right now. Only down 13-7. We knew Henderson County was going to be much improved from 2 years and last year. I should also add, Dennis, these won't be on the radio, but the Tiger JV will have a game Monday night at Tiger Stadium, and I believe our opponent is Christian County. And then the middle school kids play their final home game at Tiger Stadium next Thursday. And I'm not sure who the opponent is on that. I believe it could be Christian County again on that.
Let's see, I think I've got this, Bob, somewhere in here. The middle school schedule shows Thursday the 21st.
Grace County will
Grace
be the
County
opponent.
at home. And the
and September 25th.
junior varsity game.
No, the 18th will be.
The 18th, Christian County at home.
And we're getting a score update here on the Lady Tigers, the volleyball score. And we'll get that to you here in a second.
Caldwell County volleyball score, they win their first match tonight. Second set winner is 26-24, so a tighter second set for the Lady Tigers in the All-A Classic, but they'll chalk up a win tonight over Whitesville Trinity. So good job to the Lady Tigers volleyball team as they are in action tonight. Pretty exciting sport. We're hoping to get those girls on the air sometime this season. We're working on that, so hopefully that'll come into play somewhere down the road. So a big sports schedule here on WPKY. And I want to take this opportunity as they put a little time back on the clock. If you would like to be part of our broadcast, you still have time. We still got half a football season, regular season, and then the playoffs coming up. So if you're interested in being a part of the broadcast action, just contact Ty Engelbright at the radio station. He'll be glad to set you up with some commercials and some chances to be mentioned on the air with us as we go through the last half of the season. In what's been a good year so far for the Tigers, Bob. We talked about it in the pregame. These kids were projected to be maybe 1-3 at this point. Actually come into this game at 3-1 and playing a very improved 6A Henderson County squad to a one-possession game right now at halftime.
We were informed by some of the Henderson people up here tonight that they could have very easily beaten Christian County. They had some things go against them and dropped that game to Christian County. Christian County beat us in our opening game. So Henderson, tough football. They play Evansville Rights. Evansville Rights beat them 41-0 to open the season. They're either second or third in their class, whatever, in Indiana, one of the bigger schools out of Evansville.
I think Evansville actually was ranked first in their class.
And they're always year in and year out a perennial power in the state of Indiana. So no slouch schedule so far by Henderson County. And we're seeing the impact and effect of that tonight. But the Tigers refusing to die with that last effort before halftime by Oliver Parker, refused to slow down and get brought down at the 2-yard line, diving, lunging, and reaching the ball into the end zone as he was being tackled from behind near the 1.5 yard line. He actually beat the two officials down the field on that, so we were kind of holding our breath as to what they were going to call, but he did get the call. It looked from our position up here that the ball easily got across the plane before he hit the ground at about basically the 1 yard line.
So the team's getting set to take the field. We've got about 20 seconds left in the halftime here. Bob, in this second half, you want to focus on a couple of things. One, of course, we've got to cut out the personal foul penalties. Those are just enabling Henderson County to keep drives alive, to give them more yardage down the field, and they're already marching it down at a pretty good clip on the ground with over 200 rushing yards in the first half alone. The second, the tackling has to be a little bit better and a little more gang tackling, I would say, because Henderson's proven that they're tough to bring down.
We have to tackle better in the third and fourth quarters. We've only forced one punt for Henderson County tonight, and that was to the end zone, and we took over at the 20, could only get it to the 29-yard line, and faced with 4th and 1, we went back to punt. So we have to do a key in the second half, I think, Dennis, is tackling our opponent.
Teams are on the field, set for the kickoff for the second half. Kick is up, and it's a deep kick. It's going to drive Riley back. He's going to let it bounce in and out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback for Caldwell County. They'll come out to their own 20-yard line. Actually, that was Jamarius Blaine back for Caldwell County, number 7. And Jaggers will bring the offense out. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Caldwell County likes to run some up-tempo, but like you said, Bob, only 10 plays total in that first half. They really didn't have a chance to get much rhythm going.
And you can't wear anybody out that way either, Dennis.
Handoff is to Jamil Riley. He gets up across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. It looks like Jameer's getting to the hole quick, but Henderson County doing a good job closing off the run for the Tigers so far tonight. 3 receiver split to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Jaggers. He goes to the air. It's complete, but not much of a game over there. That's Ben Holt, I think, number 15, on the catch for the Tigers. And no gain on the play. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. 2 receivers each way. Jamil Riley in the backfield with Jaggers. Just underway here in the second half. Caldwell facing 3rd down and 8. Snap is back to Jaggers. He's going to drop back. He's got some time. Looks across the field. He's got a wide open receiver complete at the 40, the 50, the 40. He's got some room. The 20, 10 stumbles in, and it is touchdown Caldwell County. Was that Oliver Parker?
Travis Newsom, I think.
Oliver Parker on the reception again for Caldwell County. 2nd big hookup of the night for Jaggers to Parker. And Bob, somehow Caldwell County has run about a dozen plays, maybe a little bit more, 13, and they are an extra point away from having the lead in this ball game. Good speed by Parker. He was wide open across the middle, caught the ball at about the 40, finished the last 60 yards off by himself as Nichols comes out for the extra point attempt. Snap is down, kick is up. And it is good. So 1 minute, 7 seconds into the second half.
And a flag on the play, Dennis. I'm not sure whether.
Flag on the play. Let's hold on a second before we put this one on the board. Did they run into Nichols?
I think it was roughing the kicker, so I'm not sure. That could be imposed on the kickoff.
And that's what it is. It's against Henderson, so the kick is good. And that gives Caldwell County their first lead of the night in a very surprising game that just defies all the stats so far in the first half and a minute into the second. Caldwell County leads this one now with 10:53 left in the third quarter, 14-13. Two big hookups for about Jaggers to Parker.
Final 2 plays, the last 2 plays we've run have resulted in a 71-yard touchdown and a 78-yard touchdown, both to Oliver. And again, Henderson County has to be a little bit deflated, I would think, and our kids pumped up.
Henderson County controlled by far time of possession in this ball game. But Caldwell County has the one stat that matters the most. They have the lead right now on the scoreboard, 14-13 over the Colonels, as Nichols tees this one up all the way up at the 45-yard line. Kick is up. It'll be fielded at the 7 by Henderson County. He's across the 20, finds a seam up the middle, across the 35 and 40, down at the 42-yard line. Easily on the return for Henderson County. Hunter Van Hoosier on the tackle for Caldwell County, but he gives Henderson County good field position to start this drive, first of the second half for them from their own 42-yard line. Trail Riley coming over for coverage on the near sideline. 2 receivers each way, 1 in the slot for Henderson to the right. They fake the handoff, and big hit in the backfield. That's number 63 for Caldwell County.
And that is
Devin Kilgore with a big wrap up in the backfield. I don't know what the halftime speech was for that defensive line, but they might want to bottle that, as it's a big loss for Henderson County all the way back to the 37-yard line. 5-yard loss on the play, 2nd and 15 for Henderson County. Patterson puts a player in motion, gives a handoff. They try to sweep around this side. It's sealed off and out of bounds at maybe the 38, 39-yard line. Good coverage there by Bashirs and Burden for Caldwell County.
And they're going to mark it at the 30, 39.
Spotted at the 39-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play. Key third down here, 3rd and 13 for the Colonels.
Caldwell able to get the coverage to the sideline and put Henderson County in 3rd and long. 9:39 left in the third quarter. Patterson backfield, 2 receivers to the far side. He's going to hand off to Simpson across the 40, but he's not going anywhere. It's Bashir on the tackle for Caldwell County along with Van Hoosier. He might get back near the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Much better stand for Caldwell County's defense. And Henderson will punt the ball for only the 2nd time tonight, as Jamil Riley will drop back near his 30-yard line to take this one. Officials will stop this one. And it looks like Henderson County is going to take an early timeout. And they're saying Caldwell County with the timeout. So I don't know what Caldwell saw that they didn't like, but they are going to take the timeout with 9:02 left in the third quarter. And the Tigers in the lead after the big hookup from Jaggers to Parker. Bob, a big possession. Big defensive stand by the Tigers so far on this first possession by Henderson County to try to change that tone a little bit and come to that line of scrimmage. They made better tackles by far, including the big sack for the loss by Kilgore.
That was a key play on first down to throw them back 5 yards and make them maybe seriously consider going to the air. But we've got our first stop of the night, and if we can get past this 4th down without penalty, we'll have a chance to have decent field position.
Team's back on the field. Snap is back for the punt. Kick is up. A high kick angling towards the sideline, and it is going to give Caldwell County very good field position. They're going to mark that one. I was wondering why he ran all the way back to the 25, because that ball was way
about the 38 or 39.
Way before that. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line. I thought my vision is not what it once was, but it's better than that. When he went back to the 25-yard line, I thought there's no way Caldwell County is going to come out and take possession at their own 35-yard line. Jaggers goes back. Swing pass out to Jamil Riley. He's going to be hit for a loss all the way back to the 30.
And that was Jamir
Riley on the reception, but the loss is going to take them back to the 31-yard line, actually, is where they're going to spot this one. Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14 for the Tigers. Jaggers has 2 receivers each way. Looks over the middle. It's complete to Ben Holt near the 38-yard line. Gets a little of it back, still 3rd and long for the Tigers. That middle has been open a little bit here the last couple of possessions for Caldwell County. Parker turned it into a long touchdown. Holt picks up 6 on the play. Now Jaggers quickly to Ben Holt again. Takes a big hit near midfield, but that's going to be a Little Caesars first down at the 49-yard line of Caldwell County. Holt made the catch across the middle and took a big hit, and give him credit for holding on to that one.
A really, really tough hit that the young man did squeeze the ball nicely.
Jaggers quickly complete to Trailer across the 50, and they're going to push him out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Still a little scuffle. Flag goes down. Cameron Trailer on the reception, but a lot of things going on. We couldn't see exactly because of the way Henderson is lined up along the sideline, but a little scuffle breaking out near the 48-yard line. We'll see who the penalty is on. Personal foul, it's going to be against Henderson County. So they'll tack that on to the end of the run. And that'll put the Tigers at 1st and 10 from the Henderson County 33-yard line. Caldwell County on the move on this drive. Jaggers to the air quickly. He's back and the ball's released inside of 2 seconds. 2 receivers each way. Jamil Riley in the backfield. Jaggers again looks to the side. Henderson County showing blitz. He's going to switch Jamil Riley to the far side. Now Henderson backs out of the blitz. They bring 3. Still got some pressure on Jaggers. He rolls, puts it in the air, incomplete, looking for Holt again at the 28-yard line, just over Ben's head. Henderson only brought 3, but still able to get pressure on Jaggers as he had to roll to the right. Incompletion stops the clock at 7:46 left in the 3rd quarter, and Caldwell County leading this one right now 14-13. Second and 10 for the Tigers. Empty backfield set now for Jaggers. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. He's going to drop back quickly. Timing route, Jamil Riley open, and he has it broken up right at the 5-yard line. He had an easy step or 2 on his defender. Ball a little bit underthrown, and Jamir had to come back for it. But the ball broken up by the defenders, going to bring up 3rd and 10 for Caldwell County.
And we came very close to putting another touchdown on the board on that play. Just a tad bit underthrown by Joby.
Joby's going to roll right. Got some pressure behind him. Throws into a crowd and broken up out of bounds at the 10-yard line. I don't think it would have been a catch anyway. So the drive stalls for the Tigers. Looks like Caldwell County is going to keep the offense on the field, though, as they're facing 4th and 10 from their own, from the Henderson 32-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side with Jamil Riley in the backfield. See if Caldwell County gets the play they want in. He looks to the sideline. Now the team's set. Jaggers takes a snap, looks to the corner, and coming back for it was a Tiger receiver, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Parker again, trying to hook up, but the pass underthrown and hits the ground. It'll be a turnover on downs for Caldwell County as Henderson will take over at their own 32-yard line with 7:28 left in the 3rd quarter. Caldwell County leading 14-13. Bob, that drive looked like it had some potential the way it started. We were hitting some quick, short passes, moving the ball down the field at a pretty good clip. Kind of stalled on a couple of plays, although we're about 2 yards more on the throw of having a score to Jamil Riley on the play. Now Patterson's going to hand off to Simpson. Much better tackling by the Tigers. They're going to take him down maybe at the line of scrimmage. Kilgore in on the tackle for Caldwell County.
No gain on that play. Or, well, I guess they're going to give him to the 34.
34-yard line is where it will be marked. 2nd and 9 for Henderson as we'll tick under 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Much better showing by Caldwell County, though, on Simpson so far in this second half.
Well, I think we did clean up something at halftime on what we want to try to get done with the Henderson running game.
Henderson puts the player in motion. It's going to be Patterson on the keeper up the middle. He's across the 40 and near a first down. Dylan Gray on the tackle for Caldwell County. We'll see where they mark this one, whether it's a first down or not.
Marked at the 43, close.
43, I don't know if they'll bring the chains out. They're going to wind it. And it is not a first down.
3rd and a half inch.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Mr. Patterson take this back up the middle, even though he starts in the shotgun. Patterson tucks it, gets up, and he'll hit the 45-yard line, so it will be a first down for Henderson County. Wasn't really a big suspenseful play, as you kind of expected Patterson to keep that one and pick up basically the length of the football. He does out to the 45-yard line of Henderson, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonels with 6 minutes just over left in the third quarter. One receiver each side, split wide. He's got Welshin in motion. Keeper by Patterson again, fakes the handoff. He's going to push the pile up to almost midfield. And actually the pile moves all of a sudden with a big push, gets it all the way down to the Caldwell County 46-yard line. Rob, it's just much like some of the runs, a lot of the runs in the first half, some pure strength on a lot of these runs after contact by Henderson County.
Well, and you all of a sudden you saw him come out of the pack with 2 Tiger tacklers on him and still driving for 3 yards.
Wilson with the handoff. He's going to be hit and still leans forward across the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
At least we're turning these wingback runners in quicker rather than letting them get to the outside and knifing into our tackle area. 2-yard pickup on that play.
Wilson does pick up the first down for Henderson, so it's 1st and 10 from the Caldwell 44-yard line. 5 minutes even left in the third quarter. Caldwell leading 14-13. Patterson in the backfield with Simpson. Put Welshin in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Patterson. Tripped up in the backfield. They get back to the line of scrimmage, but I think that's Bashir on the tackle.
Yes, Will Bashir. Nice tackle.
They're going to mark him at the 43-yard line.
Gain of 1 yard.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Henderson County. Good job on the ankle tackle there by Bashir. Henderson will break the huddle with Simpson in the backfield with Patterson. Welshin in the slot, 2 receivers, 1 each way for the Colonels. Handoff is going to go to Simpson. Stops, picks his way across the middle and down near the 37-yard line, I think is where they're going to spot this one. Short of a first down, but still their third down plays, Bob, are averaging probably 3 yards or less most of the night.
Pickup of 6 yards on that play makes it 3rd and 3, key down for the Tigers. Although you think Henderson County would be in 2-down territory here.
Especially with the size they have in the backfield and success averaging probably close to 6 yards a carry most of the night. Patterson in the backfield with Simpson. Patterson's going to roll on the option. He'll keep it, turn it up across 35 to 30. He's got a hole, and it's going to be touchdown Henderson County. Patterson and Simpson ran the old option play. Patterson kept it, turned up the field. After he broke that line of scrimmage, nobody back for Caldwell County. Jamil Riley tried to get over, but Henderson County retakes the lead with 3:29 left in the third quarter. It's 19-14 Henderson County. Let's see if they go for 2. It looks like they are putting the offense on the field. Patterson and Simpson in the backfield as Henderson County tries to move the lead back out to 7. Snap is back to Patterson, gives it to Simpson. Let's see if he got in. They are signaling in. 2-point conversion good.
That was Simpson, you think, on that carry?
Simpson on the carry for the 2-point conversion and puts Henderson County back out in front with 3:29 left in the third quarter. It's the Colonels 21, the Tigers 14. So, Bob, a close game, living up to all expectations so far through almost 3 quarters of football tonight here from Henderson.
And you're right on that call, Dennis. It was the old-fashioned option. We had the pitch man pretty well covered, and Patterson saw that and just cut upfield and probably ran through one tackle, and then it was wide open.
So big plays on the ground for Henderson County again as they add to that run total. 201 yards in the first half, and they move the ball a long way on that drive and pick up 7. So Henderson back in front, 21-14. Trail and Jamil Riley back for Caldwell County, along with Kavanaugh. Kick is up, going to the near corner. Fielded and bobbled at the 5 by Trail Riley. Picks it up across the 15, 20. He's got a little bit of room down the sideline. He's across the 40. One blocker in front of him. He could go all the way. 30, 20, 10, touchdown. I don't see any flags on the field.
No flags. 94-yard kickoff return. And we saw that hole opening up there in the box, and Trail ran to daylight.
It was one of the Van Hoosiers, I'm not sure which one, that threw the key block. Trail had a blocker out at midfield, one player to beat. Caldwell County picks up the block, and Trail Riley able to run it all the way in. Nichols on to try to tie this one. Snap is down, kick is up. Plenty of distance and good. So a quick play on the kickoff return by Trail Riley. And we are knotted at 21 with 3:15 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County scored on big plays tonight, a couple of big jaggers to Parker passes, and then that big return by Trail Riley has us back tied with Henderson County. Bob, if you were just handed the stats and said, tell me who's winning looking at yardage, time of possession, gains on a first down, gains on the ground, you'd have to say Henderson was probably running away with this one, but big plays by the Tigers have them in a good position as they're tied at 21.
You would think, as we mentioned at halftime, Dennis, we'd be down 28 to nothing, 35 to nothing, but we've big play has been our friend tonight. 2 long touchdown passes and this 94-yard kickoff return.
So Boyce Nichols will tee this one up at the 40 as Caldwell County in just a matter of, 6 or 7 seconds, able to tie this one back up.
14 seconds.
14 seconds and a 94-yard return by Trail Riley. Nichols will put this one in the air from the 40. Little pooch kick's going to be fielded by an up back at the 30. He's across the 35 and down at about the 37-yard line.
He almost looked like he put his hand up for the fair catch, but apparently not high enough that officials could call it a fair catch.
And Henderson will come back out and take over possession. They'll mark it officially at the 38-yard line.
And this will be a good time to get them 3 and out.
Number 14, Isaiah Treadwell, a sophomore, in on coverage now for Caldwell County. And it's going to be kept by Patterson. He bulls his way across the 45, moves the pile all the way out. Now, he may have gotten a first down flag on the play right at the end of the play. And it does look like the spot would have been enough for a first down anyway. Let's see what the flag is.
Look like a little extracurricular activity by Henderson County. We'll see.
Personal foul, Caldwell County at the end of the run. Third one tonight for the Tigers. And it tacks 15 yards onto the end of that run. So you go from Henderson County territory into Caldwell County territory as they'll take over at the Caldwell 37-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Costly penalties for the Tigers here tonight in Henderson. Patterson in the backfield with Simpson. 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff into Simpson. He cuts it back up the middle. Picks up some big yardage up near the 30-yard line. Day Simpson, a big night on the ground. Both he and Patterson racking up the yards tonight for the Colonels. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Colonels. And at this point, Bob, it just looks like these wideouts are decoys because it's basically Simpson, Patterson, and maybe Wheeler or Welshin at times. Patterson drops back like he's going to pass. Now turns up the field. Flag on the play. He's across the 20. Still on his feet across the 15, 10. And a bunch of Tigers pull him down finally at about the 9-yard line.
I'm sure we're going to get a holding penalty against Henderson.
Yeah, that flag back at the start of that play around the 30-yard line. And you're right, Bob, it is hold against Henderson County. That'll bring that one back. But still, you see how tough this kid is to bring down. He goes 5'10", 205.
Not only is that going to, he was behind the line of scrimmage when that flag was thrown. Ball marked now back at the 47 of Caldwell.
47-yard line is where they'll take over.
And that brings up a
2nd down and 20. Looks like about 2nd down and 20 for the Colonels as we'll go under 2 minutes left in the third. 21 all here at Henderson. Simpson in the backfield. Low snap by Patterson. Comes up, hits the screen. Set up, it's complete at the 45. Play takes it down before it's ended at the 40-yard line.
First pass play in a long time for Henderson.
And it's still going to be 3rd and 13 for Henderson County. Ball spotted right at the 40-yard line. Good job by the Tigers. 7-yard pickup on the screen from Patterson. And Caldwell County in coverage. 2 receivers each way. Patterson drops back, looks to throw. He's got some pressure in the backfield. Harrelson almost had the sack. Now Patterson's going to pick it up, take it across the 35. Mitchell Harrelson almost had the sack. He had a blocker with him, but almost had the sack in the backfield.
They're going to mark it at the 30.
And the gain's going to come out to the 33-yard line.
Pickup of 7 on that play.
4th and 6 for Henderson County. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Big play here for Caldwell County. They need to stop on this one. 57 seconds left in the quarter. Patterson takes a snap, runs the option again, turns up the field. He's got a blocker in front of him, and he's going to be pulled down, but not until he gets to the 25-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down for Henderson. Very patient play by Patterson. Skip Patterson's 5'11", 205. He's a junior. So it's a first down for Henderson County. Bobby kept his hand on the blocker for about 6 yards of that play. Very patient, turns into a first down, so the Tigers have to regroup as Henderson has it 1st and 10 from the Tiger 26-yard line. Pitch out is bobbled, picked up by Simpson. Across the 25, driven out of bounds, far side by Jamil Riley. Day Simpson will go out of bounds at the Caldwell County 22-yard line.
Pickup of 3 yards on that run and bobbled the ball as he got the pitch.
I didn't think he was ever going to reel that in, but nobody around for Caldwell County to cause him any trouble. Regained it, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. So after 3, we haven't settled anything. It's Caldwell County 21, Henderson County 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
When is the last time your home had an electrical checkup? Pennyline Electric reminds you to make sure outlets are not overloaded and that cords are in good condition and away from high traffic areas where they might cause someone to trip and fall. Look out for danger signs, such as discolored switch plates and covers that are worn with the touch. If you have an older home with older wiring, have a professional check it out every few years. A safety reminder from Pennyline Electric, your touchstone energy company.
We are back at Colonel Stadium, getting set to start the fourth quarter. Bob, 21-21, as Caldwell County has battled back to stay even with Henderson, but Henderson driving. And again, keyed like a couple of earlier drives for Henderson by a 15-yard personal foul.
That certainly helped them on this drive. Again, we've had some fourth down plays that they've 4th and 6 just a few minutes ago. They were able to pick up 8. You're right, Dennis. We could almost sell out the pass play, let our corners stay with those men, and just send 9 men to the running attack. We have played the run much better in this quarter, but Henderson on a long sustained drive right now.
Henderson 2nd and 6 from the Tiger 22-yard line. Patterson takes a snap. Hand off to Welsh, he's across the 20 down to the 15, still pushing the pile. And they'll mark it around the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 13 for Henderson County. And Bob, I know the kids keep their legs pushing on these drives, but you've also got other players that come in behind and push that pile a little bit more. Henderson dominating Caldwell on the ground tonight.
Our defense has been out there a long time tonight.
One receiver each way with a receiver in the slot on the left. Handoff is to Simpson across the left side. He's inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. So a pickup of about 7 on the play. They'll undo that pile down there, getting up out of that Hunter Van Hoosier and Caleb Burden. Henderson sniffing the goal line again as we get down to almost 11 minutes left in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 7. Patterson and Simpson in the backfield. 3 receivers now to the left. They'll put Welshin in motion. Patterson keeps it, lowers his head, goes up the middle, crosses the 5 down to about the 3. Let's see if it's enough for a first down. Bob Patterson doesn't shy away. I don't guess anybody would, being 205, but he doesn't shy away from contact, lowers his head, and goes right after the Tigers.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1. Oh, it's not.
First down, Henderson County. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3 for the Colonels. They split one receiver to the far side, one to the left. Handoff is to Simpson, bounces his way back and forth, hit and driven back. Good job by the Tiger defense. I think that was Burden in to make the hit after he was stood up on the play.
Yeah, it looks like no gain on that play.
So good job by the Tigers. Down low was Hunter Van Hoosier on the tackle. He got a big help from Caleb Burden. Van Hoosier stood Simpson up, and Burden finished him off. No gain on the play. Still 2nd and goal now from the 3 for Henderson. They'll put a decoy receiver to the far sideline. I'd be really shocked if this ball goes in the air any at all down this close. Handoff is to Simpson. Good play from the backside. They keep him out. Simpson again on the carry.
Looks like he maybe got to the 2 on that
Mitchell
one.
Harrelson with the tackle. And yeah, I think they'll spot him at about the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Colonels. You almost suspect the way Henderson runs this, that this is 2 more downs Caldwell County is going to have to stand up against.
Let's hope for a fumble.
Patterson up. Caldwell County showed blitz. It's Patterson, lowers his head, and I think it's touchdown. It is signaled now. Touchdown, Henderson County. Patterson got across. Caldwell County sold out up the middle, but Patterson found the seam and was able to put it in for the Colonels, 27-21 with the extra point on the way. Bob, the number of rush plays on the stats and post game is going to be highly in favor of Henderson County. Snap is down, kick is up for the extra point, and good. So with 9:23 left in the ball game, Henderson back out in front, 28-21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We are back to Colonel Field here in Henderson. 9:23 left in the ball game. Henderson County leads Caldwell County 28-21. Rushing touchdown by Skip Patterson has put the Colonels back out in front. Hope you'll stay tuned after the game. We've got the Williams and Vaughn and Associates CPA post-game show coming your way tonight here from Henderson County, so stay tuned for that. Bob will have all the game stats for you, and we'll look ahead to next week as we start district play against Paducah Tillman at Princeton. Tune in for that. That's the Williams and Vaughn CPA post-game show coming your way after this ball game. Henderson with the pooch kick. It's going to be fielded at the 24-yard line. That's Kavanaugh, tries to go to the far side. He's got some room on the far side across the 40 and brought down at about the 43-yard line.
Dillon with a lot of speed, almost got that one outside. And the Tigers will take over at their 44-yard line.
1st and 10, Tigers from the 44. They've lived off the big play tonight. 2 long touchdown passes to Oliver Parker and a big kickoff return for a touchdown by Trail Riley.
Maybe they've marked that at the 43.
43, yeah, you're right. I think they did. 43-yard line for the Tigers. 3 receivers to the near side. Jaggers drops back, goes far sideline. I think that's Trailer up across midfield. And Cameron makes a good catch with the defender all over him. Gets it into Colonel territory at the 49-yard line. 2nd down and about a long 2 for the Tigers. Snap is back. Handoff is to Jamil Riley. He cuts and bobs and weaves his way down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line, where it will be a Little Caesars first down for Jamil Riley. Bob, for a second, looked like he was about to break that one right up the middle.
He got really, really close to breaking that one.
You've got Parker, Riley, near sideline, along with Ben Holt. We go far side. It's complete. I think that's Newsom, far sideline, thrown down out of bounds. No call on that. Coaching staff looking for a little late action on that tackle. Travis Newsom with the catch and completion all the way down. We're going to spot this. They take their time about some of these spots. And it's going to be an official timeout.
It was a 6-yard pass play. Joby so far tonight, 9 out of 16 with 2 touchdown passes.
And another big win for Caldwell County tonight in the All-A Classic as they beat Harlan, taking the second set 25-6. So congratulations, 2 wins tonight for the Lady Tigers. I think they were going to play, am I right, Ty, three games tonight in the opening night of the All-A tournament. So good job by the Lady Tigers to take the first 2 games. Looking for big things up at the All-A Classic in Florence, Kentucky. Was that timeout attributed to Henderson County?
I'm not sure.
The official initially pointed at himself, didn't give the signal to anybody else.
Gave officials time.
And flags are going to stop this one. A lot of confusion on the play. That play was dead from the start for Caldwell County.
Officials in slow motion.
It'll be motion, ironically, against Caldwell County.
It's going to be marked back at the 43.
2nd and 9 for the Tigers with 8:26 left in the ball game, and Caldwell trailing this one by 7. 3 receivers to the right, Newsom to the left for Caldwell. Riley in the backfield. Jaggers goes back. He's got a man wide open. That's Parker. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Caldwell County. No flags on the play. Another great catch by Oliver Parker. Actually caught that one at about the 12. Took it in from there. 3rd touchdown catch of the night for Oliver Parker from Joby Jaggers. And Caldwell's an extra point away from tying this one back up at 28. Bob, we talked in the pregame, and we're not psychic by any means, but Oliver Parker has made some great catches this year. That just adds to the list. He had to go up for a little bit of a high pass, reeled it in.
He's turning into an outstanding receiver.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:12 left in the ball game, we're tied again. It's Caldwell 28, Henderson 28, back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Portner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Portner Gas is offering specials on propane. Portner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Portner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Portner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Back to Henderson County, 8:12 left in the ball game. Caldwell ties it up. Another one from Jaggers to Parker, third time tonight. And Caldwell County picks up 6. Parker with a great catch, Bob.
Oh, three catches tonight for Oliver, all 3 resulting in touchdowns.
So Caldwell County set to kick this one away. Dr. Litt has made a believer out of me last year and picked up where he left off this season. This game about a 5-point difference, but you got to give a few points to Henderson for home field, so we thought it would be tight, and it is. Nichols, low line drive kick. It's going to be picked up at the 15-yard line. They've got a seam up the middle now. Henderson's going to have good position if they get him down. He's up near midfield, and the Colonels will take over at the 48-yard line. I'm sure Coach Barnes not happy with the coverage on that one, as the ball was actually bobbled at the 14 or 15-yard line and still gets it all the way back out to the 48. So look for a heavy dose of ground game from Henderson County. That's been the story so far tonight, as Day Simpson and Skip Patterson, along with a little bit from Welshon. Handoff is to Simpson. He's hit at the 48, drives all the way back up onto the Caldwell County 49-yard line. Cole Baker on the tackle for Caldwell County, but a pickup of 3, maybe a hair over. 2nd and 7 for the Colonels.
Big series here for the Tigers to hold. Tigers have shown the ability to make the big play tonight, and Henderson having a hard time covering Oliver Parker.
East drops back as Trail Riley in coverage on the near side, but it's going to be a ground game. Back to Simpson. Day Simpson pushes the pile up to the Caldwell County 46-yard line. I think our buddy Todd Griffith kind of puts on his yardstick on Saturdays solo tackles. Not a lot by Caldwell County tonight because it takes more than one Tiger to bring down either Patterson or Simpson.
Either that or he's going to have a lot of first hits. Maybe second hits and third hits.
2 receivers split to the right with Simpson in the backfield. Option play. Patterson's going to keep it. He's hit and brought down at the, it's a favorable spot for him, brought down at the Tiger 44-yard line. Let's see if Henderson decides to go for it on 4th down.
4th and 2.
And Henderson leaves the offense on. Huge play coming up. 6:25 left in the ball game.
Let's hope that we have a turnover or a penalty against Henderson.
I don't think either team, to my recollection, has had a turnover so far tonight. Patterson takes a snap, lowers his head, turns up the field. He's hit, and I think he's got it.
I don't know. I don't think he has got it. I think we held him.
We'll see where they spot this one. I'm not sure. It looks like that spot's going to be pretty favorable.
I think he's short.
And the officials are looking at it.
He had to get to the 42, and he's not to the 42. Why don't they go ahead and measure it? There they go.
They're trying to eyeball it. Now they are going to bring the chains out. This could be big for Caldwell County. 6:01 clock stop for the measurement. The chain was just shy of the 42. Ball well shy of the 42. We'll see as they stretch it out.
He's short.
And he is short. I thought initially, like Ty, they had spotted it right at the end stripe on the football, but it is short. Caldwell County's defense comes up big, and the Tigers will come out and take possession and a chance to take the lead. 6:01 left in the ball game in this one in regulation. Biggest stand so far tonight by the Caldwell County Tigers as they stood Patterson up. Henderson has had some success on that option play tonight, actually scored one time that they ran it.
And looking at our lineup, I think we have Cole Baker no, that's Justin Morgan, number 74.
Snap is back, handoff up the middle to Jamil Riley. He had some good yardage, tried to turn it back up the field, and he'll take it back. May end up with a loss on the play. We'll see where it's spotted.
Back to the 42, possibly, yes.
42, and it is a loss on the play of about a half a yard. Still 2nd and 10, we'll call it for Caldwell County. 3 receivers to the right, Newsom to the left. Quick pass play to Newsom. Nice catch. He's got some room at the 40. He's got a man to beat, and he's dragged down from behind at the 25-yard line. What a strike by Joby Jaggers right into the breadbasket of Newsom.
And there's a flag, and it may be.
And flag back at the line of scrimmage. Not a good sign for the Tigers.
Key penalty.
An eligible receiver downfield for Caldwell County will bring that catch back.
Ball marked at the 30.
Ball's going to be at the 37-yard line. I think Caldwell County will keep that play in their hip pocket because a good pass and catch. Now Caldwell County is going to send 4 receivers to the right. Newsom all alone on an island on the left. Swing pass over here to Trell Riley. It's behind him. The ball's live. He picks it up at the 30 and taken down at about the 31-yard line. I think they're going to actually spot that at the 30. In and out of the hands of Trell Riley, but it was a lateral. And they're going to say he was tackled inbounds, so the clock ticking now. We're under 5 minutes to go. 3rd down and very long for the Tigers. Jaggers has 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right in an empty backfield. Caldwell County 3rd and 22, I think it is. Low snap, Jaggers goes back. Looks over the middle, looking for Jamil Riley. Double coverage. No flag on the play. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. That would have been a tough catch for Jamil Riley. Ball a little bit overthrown, but he was double covered. So Nichols will come out in the absence of Russ Bashir, who was injured in a JV game earlier in the week. So Nichols will come out to handle the punt for Caldwell County with 4:33 left in the ball game. Snap is back, kick is up, almost blocked. He gets it away. It's fielded and bobbled. Caldwell County comes up with it. Turnover, Henderson County. I think that's number 33 for Caldwell County. And that is Tate Van Hoosier. Punt bobbled by Henderson County, so Caldwell County is going to take over on the turnover. Good coverage down the field by Tate Van Hoosier. Ball is going to be spotted at the 37-yard line of Henderson County with 4:26 left in the ball game, and new life for the Caldwell County offense. Oliver Parker split to the near side. 3 other Tigers to the far side with Jamil Riley in the backfield. Handoff is to Riley. He's trying to get to the outside, turns it up. Flipped end over end across the 35. They'll spot him at the 34-yard line. Bob, it looked like he had the right call initially to turn it up the field, had a little room, decided to try to take it outside.
I think he thinks he can get to the outside and pick up more, but that's not the case.
Swing pass to Newsom, far sideline, lowers his head, and he's close to a 1st down on the far side, maybe just about a yard short. He's knocked out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 3:52 left in the ball game, tied up at 28 here in Henderson.
Mark it at the 28.
Ball at the 28-yard line, 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Set with Cole Baker and Hunter Van Hoosier in the backfield. Caldwell hustling Dylan Gray onto the field. 12 seconds on the play clock. Handoff is going to Gray. He follows a blocker. It'll be a first down, still on his feet near the 20-yard line. Little Caesars first down for Dylan Gray.
23-yard line, 5-yard carry by Dylan behind the big awesome blocking of the people of Hunter Van Hoosier and Cole Baker.
Caldwell County goes with a more conventional set. 2 receivers each way. Jamil Riley in the backfield. Low snap picked up. Swing pass over to Newsom. He's loose at the 15. Down inside the 10. And if he stayed in, it's touchdown Caldwell County. Let's see a signal. Touchdown Tigers. 3:33 left in the ball game. Caldwell County now back out in front. 34-28. Nice tiptoe down the sideline by Travis Newsom.
Boy, this Tiger team making a believer out of me.
What growth by Joby Jaggers the last couple of weeks. 5 touchdowns at Marion last week. 4 here so far tonight. And Nichols will come on and try to make it a 7-point Tiger lead. No team, I don't think, if I'm right, Bob, is led by more than 7 at any point tonight.
Henderson started out as a 14-0.
Oh, you're right. Well, 13.
Or 13-0.
You're right. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 3:33 left in the ball game. Caldwell County leads this one now, 35-28. We'll be back for an exciting finish. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Colonel Sanders from KFC here to talk about the good old days. Well, the good old days are still here in chicken form. Specifically, in KFC's original recipe fried chicken with 11 herbs and spices. Our delicious chicken is still hand-breaded and pressure fried just like it was then. Get your fill with 2 pieces of my original recipe in a $5 fill-up with mashed potatoes, a biscuit, a cookie, and a drink at a KFC near you. KFC, it's still finger-licking good. At participating KFCs, prices may vary. Tax extra.
Back to Henderson, Kentucky. Caldwell County has taken the lead back from the Colonels. It's Caldwell 35, Henderson 28 with 3:33 left in the ball game. Big plays tonight for Caldwell County. Henderson, very methodical running game. Bob will have all the stats in the Williams and Fawn post-game show. But Caldwell County striking big tonight and able to put the points on the board. Jaggers having a phenomenal game. Nichols kicks it. It's bobbled and downed at the 28-yard line. Bob, I think both teams on their kickoffs, especially in the second half, they've completely gone away from anything in the air. It's just been pooch line drive kicks or little squibblers right on the ground most of the second half.
And Joby tonight, we'll get that wrapped up, but he's thrown 4 touchdown passes tonight.
3 of those big strikes to Oliver Parker. That last one to Travis Newsom, who did a little dance down the sideline to keep in bounds. Now Patterson brings the offense out for Henderson County. He'll hand off to Simpson. Simpson wants to take it outside. Turned back in by Caldwell County. Good job by the Tigers. You had Dylan Gray and Bashir's out here to turn that one back in.
And Dylan Gray only 1 carry so far tonight, so we're featuring him on defense tonight. And right now we need great defensive stops there. 2-yard run that time.
Van Hoosier on the tackle. Ball at the 31-yard line. Clock running with 3 minutes left in the game. 1 receiver each side. Welshon in motion. Patterson's going to take this one down before he got to the 35. Let's see who that is for Caldwell County. I think that's Bashir on the tackle. Nice wrap up by Will Bashir. Tackling much, much better by the Tigers here in this second half. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
3rd and 5 for the Colonels. Big down here.
3rd and 5 with 2:32 left in the ball game. That clock cannot tick fast enough right now. Hand off to Simpson. They're going to stop him. Nice tackle from behind. I think that's Bashir again. Shoestringed him from the back. They're going to give him a good spot. but it's still going to bring up fourth down. Ball spotted at the 37. I thought his knees were down back about the 35 on the tackle by Bashir. Very generous. You're right, Ty. Very generous spot for Henderson County. Fourth down and 2. Generous was a very nice word, I'll put it that way. We're under 2 minutes in the ball game. Henderson, of course, going for it. Handoff is to Simpson, and Cole Baker, he wraps that one up quick. Cole with a big tackle, got in the backfield.
No gain.
No gain on the play. Turnover on downs, gives it to Caldwell County. And the Tigers have 1:50 to run off the clock and try to pick up their 4th straight win after that opening tough loss to Christian County.
And what we want now are no mistakes.
No mistakes and absolutely no turnovers, knock on wood.
And we're in Henderson County territory as we speak at the
I think they're going to mark it about the 42-yard line.
37.
Oh, I'm sorry, 37-yard line. You're right. But Caldwell County, they don't have to score here. They just need to run the clock. Henderson still has at least 2 of their timeouts, I think.
Definitely one first down gets this game over with, and no fumbles, boys.
Handoff to Jamil Riley. He does cut it upfield. Now wants to go outside, bops it out to the 30, the 25. He's up to the 20, and he's going to be down inside the 15-yard line.
No flags. Don't see any flags.
I don't see a flag on the play. The officials got him marked at about the 14-yard line. Clock stopped with 1:39 while they moved the chains. He may have gone out of bounds on the play. Clock is stopped with 1:39 left in the ball game, and Caldwell County a touchdown up on Henderson County.
One thing we could do is begin to take the knee and make them use their timeouts. I know they probably have used one so far.
Handoff again to Riley. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a timeout, Henderson County, I'm sure. That timeout comes with 1:34. We'll just keep it right here, Bob. I know you had the stats in the first half. Henderson County well over 200 yards rushing. Much the same philosophy here in the second half. But Caldwell County, it's like a night and day difference in how they tackled in the first half and how they tackled in the second half. And no better example than what Cole Baker did on that last play as Henderson faced 4th down and 2, I think it was. Cole Baker in the backfield just wrapped up Simpson and gave the ball back to Caldwell County on a nice tackle. But Will Bashir also showing some better signs here in this one.
True grit. And the last 2 times Henderson's had to go on 4th down to try to make the first down, we've stopped them and held them. And I wonder how many timeouts Henderson has left here.
Well, they're showing 3. I thought they used one earlier in the half, but maybe they didn't.
Sure, they used one now. So, but anyway, we'll.
2 backs in the backfield for Caldwell County. Handoff is to Trail Riley. He's going to try to get outside, turns it upfield across the 10, and jumps into the end zone. Touchdown, Caldwell County.
Again, no flags.
High step jump by Trail Riley as he leaped the tackler actually at about the 1-yard line.
I didn't think you could jump tacklers in high school, but apparently you could on that one.
And the Tigers have extended that lead out and all but wrapped this one up. As Nichols will come out for the extra point. It's Caldwell 41, Henderson 28. Parker on the hold for Caldwell County. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:26 left in the ball game, Caldwell County has pushed the lead out to 14. It's Tigers 42, Colonels 28. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
We are back to Colonel Stadium. Caldwell County fell behind in this one 13-0 to open the game up. Only ran 10 plays in the first half. Found Oliver Parker on their final play of the first half to go into halftime trailing by 6 at 13-7, but have come out of this second half rejuvenated, especially on defense, And the offense has rung up some good points, too. Caldwell County leads this one 42-28. Kickoff is picked up at the 21-yard line by Henderson County. They get it across the 25 and maybe the 26 on the return. Good coverage there by the Tigers. Caldwell County has decided not to kick it away to any of the deep backs for Henderson here in this second half. It's all pooch kicks and short kicks on the kickoffs. But a minute 19 from picking up win number 4 on the season and 4 in a row. And a lot of confidence, Bob, you would think, heading into a district matchup to start the district season next week at Princeton against Paducah Tillman.
This has been a really, really tough game for the Tigers tonight. As we mentioned earlier, the defense out there for a long, long time, but able to really perform incredibly strong in the fourth quarter here when they stopped 2 drives on fourth down attempts by Henderson County. Really, we want to counter eggs before they hatch, but 2 touchdown lead with a minute 19 to go. You
like your chances.
Yes, especially when Henderson doesn't throw the ball that well.
And Caldwell County did take a timeout. I'm sure the coaches want to stress no penalties, no after the play hits, play it and play it out for the final 119 with a 2 touchdown lead. And they'll hop on the bus, a happy bunch, headed back to Princeton. Caldwell County is going to drop Gabe East just a little bit farther back than he's normally been playing most of the night tonight.
I would think the offensive lineman could really key and knowing that the quarterback probably has to put the ball in the air and just blast in there.
Trail and Jamir both drop off about 10 yards apiece on their receivers. Patterson drops back. He's got some pressure from behind. Dances up across the 25, the 30, still on his feet. And gang tackle finally at about the 38-yard line, or the 33-yard line, excuse me.
Clock, meanwhile.
Clock.
And the timeout by Henderson.
Henderson County calls a timeout. And they have a player down also right now. They may not have had to use it. Well, they will have to use the timeout inside the last 2 minutes.
They're going to mark that at the 33, a pickup of 7 yards.
Pretty big contingent of fans for Caldwell County made the trip up to Henderson here tonight, so they're looking to go home in a pretty good mood after this one. And Bob, the stats just they really don't match the scoreboard tonight, but a big night. And I'm sure you'll talk to Coach Barnes tomorrow about the growth of a couple of players. I know you'll want to mention is Joby Jaggers, for one, who's really grown up, it seems like, the last couple of weeks, maybe even going back to the second half against Hopkinsville. And then the play of Oliver Parker. Some of the catches this kid has made in the first 5 games have been phenomenal. And then tonight he's shown a little burst of speed that we really weren't familiar with as he's taken a couple of touchdowns in from a good distance.
When you give Joby time to throw the ball, he is an accurate passer, and we would be remiss if we didn't pat the offensive lineman on the backs tonight, because Joby has been under pressure some tonight, but he's been able to get the ball off in plenty of time and hit these receivers. Right now, without the final emphasis here on my stats.
I hate to butt in, Bob. You hate to see this, but Skip Patterson having to be helped off the field, no weight at all on either leg. So we hope he's okay. He's a phenomenal player. He's played a well of a game tonight. You hate to see him have to be carried off the field like he is. We hope it's just a cramp issue, but we'll see as they pack him. Go ahead and finish your point if you want.
Joby tonight, 12 out of 21 with 4 touchdown passes and a ton of yardage.
So Henderson County will bring the backup in. He's going to roll out big pressure. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of pressure in the backfield. Dylan Gray back there along with Will Bashir, I would assume. He's been back there a lot tonight, and it is Bashir on the play. Bob, going back to Patterson, they are working on him like it's a cramp. Fairly warm night for this late in September here, and he's been on the field a lot tonight. Henderson County's drives have probably averaged somewhere between 5 and 7 minutes a drive tonight, so a lot of action for Patterson. He's getting worked on the sideline, but it appears to be just stretching him out.
I would think in the first half we probably only had the ball, I'm sure, less than 6 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Of the 24 that you could possibly have it.
Henderson lines it up. Backup goes to the sideline. It's caught. And let's see if they can keep him in. It's near the 40-yard line. Maloney with the catch for Henderson County. It is a Henderson County first down. I'm going to try to find a number 11 on this roster.
Let's see.
And I'm not seeing one, so I think I'm going to give up on it. Number 11 is in at quarterback for Henderson County.
Here's number 11, Garrett Greenwell.
Okay. 5'7", 140 pounds. He's going to throw and incomplete at midfield. Little fella, I don't know if what class he's in. It looks like, is he a, looks like a
well, they
junior.
don't give classes.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, yes. He's a junior.
Junior. But 5'7", nowhere near the size of what Caldwell County has seen so far tonight in Patterson. So he gets the play from the sideline, 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped, 55 seconds, and the ball spotted at the Henderson 40-yard line. Stay tuned after the game for the Williams & Fawns CPA post-game show. Henderson drops back, gets some pressure, ball complete out at the 40-yard line. They'll try to get out of bounds and do near the 45-yard line. Wilson's on the catch. 48 seconds left on the clock. And 3rd down for Henderson County. 3rd and 5 for the Colonels. Caldwell County should have this one all but wrapped up. 42-28 Tigers. Henderson in the shotgun, low snap, quick pass, far sideline, complete, and it'll be a first down across the 40, but he's kept in bounds. Maloney with the catch. Henderson County first down into Caldwell County territory at the 38-yard line. And Henderson, that's got to be their last time out of the half, as they'll stop the clock with 41 seconds left in the ball game. You never say it's over till it's over after that Elizabethtown game in our first season, Bob. But I'll tell you what, Caldwell County has come out of this second half, changed some things at halftime. The defense came out and made some hits when they made the tackle this second half, and it really showed a difference in what they were able to do in stopping Henderson County on some key 4th down plays. And then the play of Jaggers and that offensive line paired up with Parker and some of the other receivers has really been another step in the maturity level and the growing up of Joby Jaggers.
It's going to be a great bus ride home for these young men tonight, and a great ride home for their parents and for us as well, thinking about how almost we were outplayed in that first half, didn't give up, scoring late in the second quarter, and just not dominating the second half, but having our way, if you will. I think we jumped offside on that.
I think Will Bashir was
coming
ready
hard
to take the snap. Offsides Caldwell County. It'll move them up 5 more, and it'll be spotted at the Caldwell 33-yard line. 1st and 5 for Henderson. Bashir just a little bit eager on that one. And it's Greenwell at quarterback for Henderson. Greenwell will get back in the shotgun. He's got Day Simpson in the backfield with him. Welson's in the slot. Low snap picked up by Greenwell. He's going to try to go to the corner of the end zone. Ball is up, and it's going to be incomplete, well underthrown. Jamil Riley on the coverage, and something Jamil did on that play was very smart. He saw the ball was going to be underthrown, didn't try to push or get position to try to go back for the interception, just stayed clear, let it fall short.
Absolutely.
And brought up a 2nd down now for Henderson County.
Nothing heroic. That's
nothing heroic. Didn't take a chance on the penalty. Put the pressure on Henderson County to make the play. Greenwell and Simpson in the backfield. Same setup, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Greenwell drops back. He's going to go over the right side, tipped away. I think that was Kavanaugh with the tip. Incomplete with 30 seconds left on the clock. And 3rd and 5 now for the Colonels of Henderson County. Henderson falling to 1-4 on the season. Caldwell just the opposite, looking to go 4-1 on the year. Post-game show coming up right after the ball game. We'll check all the stats, look ahead to the next weekend broadcast games here on WPKY, so tune in for that right after the ball game. Greenwell drops back, quickly swings it out to the 30-yard line, complete to Welshins. Welshins wanting to get out of bounds, and I don't know if the ball got out or not. They are going to call him down at the 25, and clock stopped at 21 seconds. First down for Henderson County. So the ball spotted right on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Henderson. Welshins did get out of bounds. Greenwell drops back for the Colonels. He wants to go over the middle, got some pressure, ball up and overthrown, incomplete. He did have an open receiver, Bob, down at the 5-yard line.
He was under some heavy pressure that time by the Tiger rush and probably had to arch it just a little bit more than he wanted to. But the receiver was wide open.
16 seconds left in the ball game. Caldwell, as we said, leads this one 42-28. Henderson at the Caldwell 25-yard line. Greenwell back. Patterson still out. Now he is walking the sidelines at least. Throw by Greenwell complete at the 12-yard line. And they'll mark that out at the 13-yard line. Clock stops with 11 seconds. So it is a first down at the 13 for Henderson County. Probably a chance for a couple more plays at best for Henderson. Greenwell takes a snap, looks across, complete at the 6. Caldwell County there with the gang tackle. Maloney with the catch. It's been Greenwell to Maloney a lot since Patterson went out, but that's going to take it away as Henderson was out of timeouts. And that's the ball game. Caldwell County comes back from down 13 in the first quarter to pick up a big win. It was Caldwell County 42, Henderson County 28. We'll be back with the post-game show in 2 minutes, so stay tuned with us. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Don't miss the store-wide going out of business sale at Sandra's Gatherings. You heard right. Sandra and Billy are going to the house, but not before offering their customers savings before they go. They want to reduce inventory now. Save 20% on all items store-wide. Shop now for the holidays and save 20% off all items store-wide. It's the going out of business clearance at Sandra's Gatherings, 116 East Main Street in Princeton.
This is Brad Harrelson, a financial advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I've been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Princeton to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, Todd, did you know that Cozy Living and Cheers has new owners? No, I didn't. I was so impressed when I was in there. They have items for everybody. Furniture, boutiques, and gifts. Do they have baby items? Yes, and a registry. One thing that impressed me the absolute most was they offer veterans and first responders always 10% off. That is impressive. And you've got to meet their adorable mascot, Jay. He is a golden doodle puppy. I'm definitely going to go by today. Where are they located? 235 Northfield Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy living, just like a home should be.
It's that time of year again. Soon leaves will be falling. Football and deer season is right around the corner. When those little critters get scurrying around, sometimes our vehicles get in their way. When that happens, Tri-Shoes Incorporated hopes you remember our body shop to get you back on the road. We offer free estimates, three-stage paint process that is guaranteed as long as you own your vehicle, and certified technicians that together offer 120 years of combined experience. We keep rental vehicles readily available, so even if your car is out of commission, you don't have to be. Tri-Shoes Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
At Little Caesars, we are very pleased to announce our newest addition to our already wonderful lineup of pizzas, cheese stuffed crust. That's right, you can now add cheese to the crust of your favorite hand-tossed or deep-deep dish pizza. It's so yummy, yummy! Make that pizza or any of our other delicious pizzas a meal with our new Little Caesars Make It a Meal deal. For a discounted price, you can add on one of our free Make It a Meal deals to your pizza order. All meals include a 2-liter with your choice of Italian cheese bread, crazy bread, or wings. We want to be your go-to pizza place. Let us know how we are doing and what your favorite menu items are. Join our Facebook group, Tea Time Little Caesars, to see our specials and enter for our giveaway. Little Caesars is very involved in the community and would love to serve you. If you belong to a church or organization and need delivery for a gathering or church event, call us at 270-365-3311 to order.
Pizza, pizza.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
We are back at Henderson, Kentucky. Caldwell County with a big win tonight, 42-28 over Henderson County. Bob's going to have all the stats in just a minute. This is the Williams Fawn and Associates CPA and Business Advisors postgame show. Williams and Fawn have offices at 205 West Washington Street in Princeton. You can call them at 270-365-3543. Williams and Fawn and Associates have been serving the community and surrounding area for 35 years. Their services include personal and business taxes, financial and retirement planning, and payroll and bookkeeping services. Rick Williams and Michael Fawn, they have experience and expertise that you can trust, and we appreciate Rick and Michael for being part of our Tiger broadcast crew and sponsoring our post-game show on the road this year. A big win, and Bob will have the stats, as we said, in just a minute, but a big win as Caldwell County came back from down 13 in the first quarter. Only 10 plays offensively for the Tigers in that first half as Henderson County had ball control going on the whole first half. Caldwell County hooks up on Jaggers to Oliver Parker, one of 3 on the night for the Tigers. On that combination of Jaggers to Parker, just before halftime, Caldwell County went in still trailing 13-7 at halftime. It came back and able to put up 35 points in the second half on a big night by Joby Jaggers and Oliver Parker. Also, the defense for Caldwell County came alive in that second half. Much better tackling, much better hitting, stopping Henderson County on a lot of fourth down plays to gain possession. So, Bob, a big turnaround win that the stats really show Henderson could have easily come out the winner of this ball game.
Easily, and the final score again was, I didn't get that down.
42-28.
42. Get that marked here.
And Caldwell County goes to 4-1 on the season. Henderson County drops to 1-4. Of course, Caldwell County halfway through the regular season slate now at 4-1. They start district play next week. We are finally back at home after a month away. Next week, it'll be Caldwell County and Paducah Tillman from Tiger Stadium. That one on the air with the kickoff at 7 o'clock. So, Bob, if you're ready, you take her over.
I am ready. And at the half tonight, Henderson County led over the Tigers 13-7, with the Tigers score coming late in the second quarter with 8 seconds remaining on a 71-yard pass from Joby to Oliver Parker. Key thing tonight, Oliver with 3 receptions, all of them for touchdowns and all of them for a lot of yardage. In the third quarter, Oliver gets us started at the 10-minute 53 mark of the third quarter by hauling in a 78-yard pass from Joby. Boys Nichols with the kick, and at that time, Caldwell County had regained the lead over Henderson County 14-13. Henderson County would come back and score on the 37-yard run by their quarterback, Patterson. The Simpson with a 2-point run at the 3-minute and 29-second mark of the third quarter. and Henderson County went back in front 21-14. The Tigers would tie it with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter on a Trail Riley 94-yard kickoff return. Boyce Nichols added the extra point, and we're tied 21-21 at that point. In the fourth quarter, Day Patterson for Henderson County on a 2-yard run. Logan added the PAT, and with 9 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game, Henderson County goes back in front 28-21. From that point on, Henderson County does not score the rest of the night, and Caldwell County at the 8-minute and 12-second mark of the fourth quarter, Oliver Parker hauls in a 43-yard pass from Joby. Boyce Nichols adding the kick. Tigers tie it 28-28. Travis Newsom then at the 3-minute and 33-second mark of the fourth quarter hauls in a 23-yard touchdown pass from Joby Jaggers. Boyce Nichols with the kick, and the Tigers take the lead 35-28. The Tigers hold, stiffen on defense, make Henderson County turn it over, and with 1 minute 26 seconds remaining in the game, Trail Riley a 14-yard run at the 1 minute 26 second mark. Boyce Nichols with the kick. Caldwell County goes out 42-28 at that point. We're going to look at Henderson County first before we go over the Caldwell County stats. Henderson County tonight with 340 rushing yards, 61 attempts. They have only, in the passing game, they have 70 yards passing. One quarterback, the last quarterback in the game for Henderson County Greenwell was 6 out of 11 for 55. Patterson, the quarterback initially for Henderson County before he goes out injured, was 4 out of 6 for 15 yards. So Henderson County 70 yards through the air tonight, 340 yards on the ground, and probably a huge time of possession in their favor. 410 net yards for Henderson County tonight. For the Tigers, in the rushing department tonight, get my stat page here. Here we go. In the rushing department tonight, Jamil Riley, 13 carries, 65 yards. Joby Jaggers, 1 carry, -5. Dylan Gray, all-important first down in the second half, 1 carry for 5 yards. And Trail Riley, 1 carry for 14 yards, and that was a TD. The Tigers with 16 rushes tonight, 79 yards. In the passing department, Joby Jaggers, 12 of 21 tonight for 261 yards. Travis Newsom with 4 catches, 1 touchdown. Travis picking up 43 yards tonight receiving. Oliver Parker, 3 catches tonight, all 3 resulting in touchdowns. Oliver with 192 yards receiving tonight. Jamil Riley, 1 catch for a -4 yards. Ben Holt, 2 catches for 18 yards. Cam Traylor, 2 catches for 12 yards. 12 receptions for the Tigers, 261 yards. Total net yards for the Caldwell County offense tonight, 340 yards. Just barely being outgained by Henderson County. Henderson County with 410, but a huge advantage at halftime over the Tigers. So the Tigers ramp it up here in the second half, take advantage of a better or stellar defensive play in the last quarter, stopping 2 Henderson County fourth down attempts, able to at least, convert one of those into a drive that resulted in a touchdown. And if I go back and look at the other ones, the other one might have resulted in a Tiger touchdown as well. So the defense stiffened when it had to. The offensive line, again, giving Joby time. And as we mentioned at the start, Joby almost 70% passing, 12 out of 21 tonight. Won't bring that percentage down much. 261 yards, his best night of the season from a yardage standpoint. So Dennis, looking at the time of possession, just getting rid of that, the Tigers got it rolling and kept it rolling in the second half.
And Bob, a couple of things stand out at me if you were just going strictly by the stat sheet. Henderson County averaged a little more than 5.5 yards a carry on the night. Caldwell County, if I heard your stats right, only ran 37 plays offensively from the line of scrimmage tonight in the ball game, yet still win this game 42-28.
it does help to have a kickoff return
Yeah,
in there to lessen the need for offensive production. But when we needed it, we got it. Big play, big play, big play, big play. So you just got to pat these young men on the back. They just never say die. And 4-1 right now, Dennis. Who would have thunk it, so to speak?
I don't think anybody did. You can go back and see some of the headlines in the paper, some online, that Caldwell County expected to lose their first 3 games, maybe be 2-3 at best at this point. But you did tip your hat to them at halftime, and we have to again after this game by Jaggers. That offensive line has grown up, because Jaggers, if you look back at the Christian County game and even the Graves County game, how much company he had in the backfield from the other team in those 2 games, how much he was scrambling just for his life in those games. Tonight, he had some time to throw most of the night. He had to scramble, maybe 3, 4, 5 times tonight, but he had time to look down the field, found Oliver Parker a lot, spread the ball around a little bit, and like you said, his biggest night of the season yardage-wise, and that's got to be attributed not only to his growth, but also the growth of that offensive line.
And his playmakers made plays. That's the other thing that you want to take out of this game, is he's got people that he's throwing to that can catch the ball. And Oliver just only thrown to 3 times tonight, racks up 3 touchdowns, and had to hustle to get the second one in, and made a nice catch over the middle for his third catch. His first catch right at the end of the first half, wanting the end zone more than not, and able to stretch that ball into the end zone as he was being tackled from behind. So you just have to take your hats off to all these Tiger people that played tonight. Coaching staff should be really, really proud of these young men right now.
And you are listening to the Williams Fawn and Associates postgame show here on WPKY. Bob, I want to ask you a question looking ahead to next week. The first 5 games are in the books, all non-district games. Next week, it's Paducah-Tillman at home to start the district slate in a big game at Tiger Stadium. Coach Barnes scheduled the season tough to start out. He wanted to toughen these Tigers up as he does just about every season. I think they've risen to the challenge. They stand at 4-1 going into a big showdown with Paducah-Tillman, who figures to be the closest to the Tigers in the district, according to the Litkin House, if nothing else. So a big game coming up next week, but you got to like the confidence that these kids are going to go in both with offensively and defensively into that game. I
look for a tremendous week of practice out of these young men, and also the situation where all Coach Barnes wanted to do tonight was correct and improve on any weakness that we might have, and I'm sure he leaves Henderson County tonight feeling really good about what his young men accomplished tonight.
Well, it was a great win tonight for the Tigers over a 6A school that had been playing some good football this year. They've lost a lot of close games. Tonight, in this one all the way, never behind until late by more than a touchdown. In fact, held that 13-0 lead. So an improving Henderson County squad, but still not enough to withstand a very much improved Caldwell County team since that first game against Christian County, as Caldwell County pulls this one out late, 42-28. Looking ahead a little bit to the broadcast schedule, we've got a couple of Lady Tigers soccer matches next week, Monday night and Tuesday night. Monday night, 7 o'clock on the air for Caldwell County girls. That night it's Joe Mack and Jeff McDaniels on that one. Then the following night, I think Fort Campbell is a 5:30 varsity kickoff on Tuesday night from Butler Stadium. So I'll be on with Joe Mack on that one. And then next Friday night, we're at home finally. It'll be a month since we've been there come Friday night, but it's Caldwell County and Paducah-Tillman. You'll be on with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock. We'll be on with the pregame show at 6:30, and then kickoff from Tiger Stadium at 7 o'clock. District matchup number 1 of the season. It's Caldwell County and Paducah-Tillman.
And we want to note right now, Dennis, tune in the morning for this quarterback show. It ought to be a real interesting show, and we capture how Coach Barnes looks at this victory tonight for his young men.
And that's in the morning at 9 o'clock on WPKY, so tune in for Bob and Coach Barnes on that. Do want to pass along the Lady Tigers volleyball team won their first 2 games tonight in the All-A Classic at Florence, so congratulations to those Lady Tigers. We wish them well this weekend in the All-A tournament. So that's going to do it for us. You've been listening to the Williams, Fawn & Associates CPA and Business Advisor post-game show. Williams & Fawn's offices are at 205 West Washington Street in Princeton. You can call Rick or Michael at 270-365-3543. They've been serving this community for over 35 years, and they offer personal and business taxes, financial and retirement planning, and payroll and bookkeeping services. Rick Williams and Michael Fond, experience and expertise you can trust, and we thank those guys for sponsoring our post-game show.
And I might note, if you can't get Rick or Michael, you can also ask for Patty, Casey, or Leslie in that office, and they'll more than capable of helping you out anything you might need.
So a lot of folks down there can do a good job for you at Williams and Fond and Associates in downtown Princeton. That's going to do it for us. Again, the final here from Henderson County. Caldwell County comes away with a big win tonight. It was the Tigers 42, the Colonels 28.